app to manage your team, let me introduce you to Connect Team, the one platform that replaces
Or not. Jarhead gets banned out, so Fanny's open.
Yep. So is
Moscow.
Ranger again. Suyo Joy banned out.
This is gonna be a Fanny for King Kong.
This is going to be quite the wild game with the priority of Moscow as the first pick coming in for ONIC Esports. The Fanny needs to lock it. 0% win rate because it never gets let through.
Yeah. Also, I think the time that it was let through, it was not able to get a win. Unfortunately, there was one time. What? Bigatron.
We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that.
one. Speaking of which, I do think that when you start getting the gut thought here, we're expecting that the first three is going to be extremely honest for the mid trio, right? So we can suspect that this is probably going to go, or assume it's going to go into the roam.
It's 99%. That is Brusco's Gatot.
I mean,
Hylos has fallen off, man. You know the stats on Hylos right now? Hylos is like 0% in the playoffs.
I mean, sure, but since you have a Fanny, don't you kind of want to take away some of its counters?
That's the one way to take care of Fanny, just bonk her straight up, and I think ONIC Esports would do all the pick it. There it is.
Okay.
And how does ONIC close?
Yo, what's up? What's
Ranger.
up? I
I
got my
like it,
coffee.
you know. Yeah, very, very straightforward draft for both of
I
them.
got my
Honestly, for
coffee,
ONIC
bro.
Esports, a
We
bit
are
more flex
ready.
with the high
We
lows, right?
are
It's not
ready.
as, well, for the Gato, not as flexible
Let's
as
get
the
it,
high
let's
lows
get
here.
it.
We can still go XP in Rome. And though, yeah, Gato can still go XP, I don't like it personally. I agree with Leo. I think this is almost a guarantee that it's a Rome, unless they pull off something crazy like that you know, that Mathilda last second swap.
Oh yeah, that has a precedent, so I kind of saw that coming, but not this.
Yeah.
Especially with the meta changing.
Coffee is
so
crazy, bro.
drastically.
It's
ONIC
5, bro.
Esports, they can do well to
David, it's
block
12
out
for
super
you.
fixed
It's
picks.
5 a.m. here for 5 a.m.
That's one.
Sana?
The Vex, take out the Farsa, take out the Valentina.
Let me get this set up.
There's a number of ways they could go about this, but what I'm most concerned about is that I feel like for ONIC,
Way
as
up
long as
for the
they
final,
don't
bro.
mind having like strong side laners because Fanny is one of those just clean up mechanics. Hey, you get
It's
chunked
4,
down
bro. It's
low,
5 for
you
me.
better
5 a.m.
pray that your recall gets through.
Yo, what's up? What's up,
Starting
Rad? What's
ID,
good?
I think
We're watching
if
the
they
final.
do want to get the high lows here in XP, they got to take away. There you
Ooh,
go.
Fanny
a
is
group, but
open.
also, they're going to have to be careful
Fanny is open.
about something like a Phobius, right? Something they can set up for the Fanny really, really well in these skirmishes, brawl it out, and get people
Haven't
low for the
seen
Fanny to
King
come
Kong
in
on
and
Fanny
just
for a
clean
while.
up.
You know what else is missing? Matilda.
You need a slip?
open.
Damn,
I mean,
Rat,
do you want
that's
to keep that
tough.
mid lane pressure over?
This is
And
the
even
grand
so, like,
final,
Fanny
ONIC
is
versus
quite the
ONIC.
early game monster. Having
Yeah.
a Matilda kind of doesn't save you from some scenarios.
That's right.
This will
No,
never
no,
happen
ONIC
again,
can
probably.
play
This
it.
will
ONIC can
never
play it.
ever happen
Oh, sorry, ONIC
again.
PH
Fuck
can
the
play it,
sleep.
right?
I gotta be
Yeah.
specific.
Fuck the
Yeah.
sleep. Get some
You
coffee,
ONIC
bro.
PH. The
I think-
PH or the esports?
Yeah, I think if ONIC PH don't pick up the Mathilda, they're open to getting countered. We've seen this before. Kibo
What
just
is
picked the
it?
Khalid against Witty's Mathilda earlier in Game 5. And it's 4 mid lane bans to Sans. Okay, respect.
Loi. Oh wait, sorry, Loi is already.
Hold on,
back
hold
off
on.
of
Yeah.
ONIC
Is this
Esports.
another mid lane ban? Like ONIC just want to be petty against ONIC. They're like,
There's a Farsa.
no mid lane.
There's a Farsa still out there.
Take away all,
An Aurora.
Faramis,
A Faramis, great read.
all the mid laners got.
Is it like Sicilian Farsa situation here?
Yep.
Sicilian Farsa, Aurora, like you said, Leo.
Don't know,
Eudora. No,
don't know if I want Aurora.
yeah.
ONIC PH can actually still Selena. This is still a Selena-able lineup.
Yeah, I agree with this child here. I don't know where this is going, right? Where exactly is the mid lane? Is it? I mean, clearly it's a priority based on the number of bans that have already been committed to it. But since this is the second phase, Red Side ONIC PH will decide on their pick before seeing the entirety of the composition.
What
from
about the
ONIC Esports.
Novaria? For ONIC Philippines, do they want to go Novaria Granger, outrange ONIC Esports completely, and then again use Fanny as a cleanup tool?
I'm less inclined this time round because
Okay.
again, you want the extra bit of utility. You want the extra utility to enable what exactly? And I think without the setup, and more importantly, especially when you don't have the threat, then it becomes a bit of an issue here. So at least with Farsa, you get a little bit of both. Most importantly, the artillery just to chunk them out, which we were hoping for anyway.
This
Boys,
allows
I'm back,
for
I'm back, I'm
whatever
back.
Kirk picks up to be all utility.
Bro, the series gonna be
Just good
long.
amount of
Is it
CC,
best
good
of
amount
7?
zoning. Great start for
I'll
ONIC
work
PH
Valentine
here.
till 12
it's not
a.m.
even
midnight.
Christmas
Welcome
Eve.
next day to work again now.
No, I don't
Being-
think it's gonna be a
Because
Because
CC is
8
open, I'm
hours.
just saying.
Yeah. I
Damn,
think it
Rat,
should
I
be
mean,
a
you
CC
getting
pick for
paid
ONIC
like
Esports.
crazy,
Again,
bro.
thinking
Do
that
not
ONIC
slack on the
PH don't
job.
really have another frontline. It's just Gato Kaja so far, so ONIC PH
Do
really
not slack on the
are
job,
forced to
bro.
go for another frontliner. ONIC
You're
Esports
getting
go
paid
for the
like
Aurora, there you
crazy.
go, and the CC. So the combo together with the high-low stun, I believe, or
let's see the
together with the
thing.
surge. from
Fanny's
Trio.
open.
Yeah, it's going to
Wow.
be a death convoy with ONIC Esports. They want to group up together, move around the map, and move as one. ONIC PH are going to be able
It's
to
the
play
first
map
time I
here
think
more
Fanny
often
was
than
ever
not.
Yeah,
open.
play the map, play the range game.
Right, in the entire tourney.
Poke out ONIC Esports before even ONIC Esports is ready. So
Entire
we're thinking,
tourney.
What does
This is the first time
Kirk
Fanny
pick
has
up
ever
here?
been open.
The signature.
Yep, there it is. The Edith that they juggled between.
Might have to pull up the church with no
both
sleep.
teams
Yo,
in the
W
Filipino
religious
Grand
man, bro.
Finals about a few months
W
ago.
religious man.
I'm really
It's been a
curious
while.
to see how that
Yeah,
Gates
yeah.
matchup goes because Kirk continues to show no matter what matchup, he's just an absolute
I have
monster
never
on
seen a
this
Fanny. It was
Edith,
open once in
and
M6.
it's, you
Damn.
just feel that impact.
Ooh.
Boys, what do you think about the composition so far from either side? I think, ONIC Esports is a little bit more honest with their
I'm not gonna
approach, but
lie, so
ONIC
far,
they've
I'm
got
loving-
a couple of interesting outs.
I like the CC.
I'm loving more
The CC
KAIRI
definitely
team.
was a
I think
stopper,
I'm leaning
which
towards
made
more
ONIC
KAIRI.
PH think twice. Like, all right, Kirk, what do you want? What can we afford, Coach
I'm
Tony?
leaning
Coach
more
Hayes?
towards KAIRI
And
team.
they went for the
right here in
utility
this
again. There's a
comp.
lot of CC, rather
been a minute
crowd
since I've gone.
control
Okay, yeah,
in
yes.
this Edith that might give the CC.
That's W,
on
bro.
the
I
reason
love
to
religious
come out.
people.
I think when it comes to ease of execution, ONIC ID have the easier composition to execute. Meanwhile, though, for ONIC Philippines, man, do they have a lot of range. They will be able
Alright,
to
so
poke
far,
a
I
lot
think,
of ONIC ID's members before team
KAIRI
fights
team
even
looks a
happen,
little
which is the
better
win
here in
condition.
terms of draft.
Well, let's see how much this execution is going to matter. Is it going to be ONIC Esports or ONIC PH? Good luck to you, boys. This best of 7 is going to be long.
But
It's
we'll
going to be
see.
Mirko and Leo at
I feel like
the
that's
caster
because
seats.
Fanny has a lot of
Good luck
content.
to both teams once more. The finest amongst an org that has defined what MLBB Esports is in the past
I
couple
got
of
my-
years are duking it out in the land
Wait,
of
is it his
None for the
siblings?
Season 6 Snapdragon Pro Series Grand
Is it his
Finals.
siblings?
All the marbles on the line between ONIC Esports and ONIC Philippines. Mirko talked about range. I like the utility in ONIC PH because they can poke, say, let's not go in yet,
Moscow
and
with
then
the
farm
common
up, while
elbow.
ONIC Esports
Cousins,
has to wait and
uncles,
say,
goddamn.
yeah, we're all in, let's do this. A lot of their engages are skill-based, they're ult-based.
Yeah, exactly.
has
It's also
everyone in
very,
his
very
house.
neutral
Is there a
objective-based. Or
party?
I would say like small area based. They can't really play that far away. Again, on a
Is there something
they
special
have
going on?
more range, so they will be the ones to poke constantly on esports, especially with the added bonus that they have a Fanny on top of the poke that they already built for themselves and the range that they built for themselves. Means that if you get someone low, ONIC Esports will have to back away or suffer the wrath of King Kong.
Right, King Kong can come
there
from
we go,
any
there we
angle. Brusco jumping in early, down to a tenth of his
Ooh,
health.
first
The
blood.
Devil Surge coming down as well. Brusco very low, still
First
able
blood
to
to
stay back up.
Hyros.
KAIRI looking for the shot, gets it,
While
but it will
KAIRI
be a
gets,
trade. First
another
blood for
kill.
King Kong. Both the junglers securing a kill.
And both roamers
Ooh.
falling.
Holy,
KAIRI
what
threatening
is that
one on the
damage?
Super Prince. But he
What
backs
is that
off
damage?
conservative play from the Sky King himself as he sends Super Prince home. That's a
The
technical
fact that
knockout
Frost didn't
for
flicker there is kind
the
of crazy.
Indonesian champions here. Season 3 was taken by ONIC Esports in Jakarta, Indonesia.
That is
going up
honestly
against
crazy, 'cause
BTR
any of us,
Alpha
if that
in
was
a
us
sweep. So this
in that
is a very
situation, we would've
formidable
flickered right
round
away.
for ONIC Esports.
But the
Been
Frost
here
did not want to
before, though,
flicker.
It was a different lineup still with Boots and CW, the old guard of ONIC Esports. Now with Lupi and Savero.
Very
KAIRI
bold of him.
standing level with King Kong here in the jungle. King Kong doing a little bit of invade. ONIC PH with the setup for the neutral objective. Actually better than
Ooh,
ONIC
King
ID,
Kong
but
noticed
as for the
KAIRI's
spot,
not
the double
there.
taunt from Brusco. Locks
They
it
are
down.
taking up.
That is the frigid glacier.
King Kong with the
Sans
turtle.
loses the passive and his life.
I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me. That
There you
would have
go.
been a
And
perfect
Aurora does get picked up
frigid
here.
glacier if only the follow-through was better.
So
ONIC
far,
PH started strong,
King Kong teams up.
presenting
It's
their
100.
dominance, their firepower, and that seemed to be the difference. They're sitting at about 1,000 gold ahead.
Bro, David,
3
ain't
minutes
no
into
way is that
game
loud,
number
bro.
one,
Are you
and
serious?
We're seeing how King Kong on this Fanny, his capability to say,
Bro, there is
I
no
gotta do
way.
something else on the map. All this while, KAIRI is
Ain't
committing
no
his
way,
decisions,
bro.
is making the difference.
That was definitely not how I expected Turtle 1 to go.
Come here.
King Kong!
Oh!
Solo! Assassinating
King
Lupi.
Kong.
No vengeance used.
Making like a Beyblade in that little
Bro, the
part of
CC
the
couldn't
map,
even react.
between two walls, up
Holy.
here in the top
The
lane, and
entirety.
he's just chunking away. That's all the gold
Nah, the
plates.
fan is getting too fat.
Big
The fan is
yikes.
getting way
2
too fat
kills
here.
early for King Kong. A 1,300 gold lead. A taunt over shots. No passive. Gets slain
Aurora
by
picked up
Brusco.
again.
Just 2 roamers in the face of the mid trio. of ONIC Esports.
I bet, David, David.
Barreling
It's all good, it's all
forward,
good.
almost 2,000, and now KAIRI and Savannah. We didn't talk about this matchup just yet. Ever since the game started, we know that the Granger's weaker in lane now, especially in the early game, but it looks
Holy,
like
bro,
KAIRI's
this
calling all
this
the
is why
shots.
fan is never
Once you hit
open.
level 4, you still are able to dictate the matchup here with the range, and it is Kelra in that gold lane. So the nerfs
Fan is way
really
too broken.
hasn't hit Kelra. It has hit all the Granger users in the world, but not this dude.
There's a colloquial term in the Filipino culture.
All right, ONIC
that
Kong
goes
is up
by,
2,000.
I got hit by the aura. We're hoping that Savero does not get hit by Kelra's aura, that he's playing this game as if he would any other gold laner. So far, the
ONIC ID
story
so far
is
is
lane
up
per
2,000
lane,
gold
roll
here.
per roll. ONIC Esports are folding to ONIC PH. Will the story of Turtle 2 be different?
I don't think so, unfortunately. I think for ONIC Esports, if they want to fight for turtle number
And
2,
the
it might be a bit
Fanny is a bit too
too
much.
much to handle.
But I feel like
ONIC
late game,
Philippines, still with the clinical setup, Kirk with the sacrifice in the lane actually.
Your goat is
just opted to
KAIRI,
go
not King
towards
Kong.
Turtle first.
And it's turning into a dance. Quick onward by Kirk. Just setting up. Will be
remember
a
ONIC
cooldown
PH,
just
bro,
a
they
wee bit.
dominated
Prince and
M6 like
King Kong. I don't
crazy
know
with
if
0
ONIC players know
losses.
that King Kong holding his bush.
Brusco gets a taunt to Glorious Pathway to
I think they lost like
3
3 times to 1 team and that's
King Kong
it.
in the midst of it all, directory,
Ooh,
winning it out, feather
Fanny.
airstrike, going in AOT.
That's a jump by Brusco. Catches
Guess
the
what's going on
stun,
as well?
catches the jump, the
Whoa.
taunt as well, and he
1
stays
HP
alive.
barely.
Brusco.
Bro,
The
you guys could tell the
internal
difference.
Super
KAIRI
Prince
all day.
almost catching Sans in the bush. Now gets stunned up by the surge of KAIRI. Meanwhile,
Bro,
though,
you could tell
King
the
Kong
difference
keeping busy.
from a good player
Destroying
to an
structure
amazing
in the mid
player.
lane. KAIRI low.
ONIC
So opting
PH,
to
they're
go for the
all,
purple
they're
buff. I
all
think King Kong
amazing.
might be ready to invade.
Calculated
Kick out.
idleness. They're going for the purple.
Dumping
Ooh.
it.
Zero
Oh,
mistakes,
KAIRI
bro.
able to
Zero
escape now.
mistakes.
The shot. Will it secure the purple? Yes. No, it won't. But the airstrike, Sans not getting the freeze. Who got it?
I think it's on King
They
Kong.
stacked,
There's
yeah,
no
yeah, they're really stacked.
aura on KAIRI, and his retribution is off, so he may have hit the charge.
And their comp is so
well,
nice. Their
but it
draft
wasn't
is really
enough.
nice.
It's not on KAIRI.
I think it might be on Sans. I saw a little bit of the ring earlier from someone that recalled. We'll
Then
have to
it's
see.
worse to bad. Still
Yeah.
not a good
No.
look
Yeah.
for ONIC Esports.
At least it's not the worst, right? The worst would definitely be having the enemy Fanny take your purple buff.
It's
Still?
misplaced.
Wow.
It's misplaced.
4,000,
Now
bro.
ONIC Philippines making the most of this scramble. Up 4,000.
Bro,
Kelra leaving
ONIC
that
PH,
gold
they already
lane
have
for a push.
4,000.
We are now in
That's
the post
insane.
Lane
That is
phase.
insane.
And look at that, King Kong securing a blade of Heptases alongside a War Axe. Compared to KAIRI, who doesn't even have a full War Axe just yet, nor a full Hunter Strike. There's what, almost, what, 1,000?
Nah, they're almost at
2,000
5,000,
gold
but what is
between
going
these
on?
two junglers.
And if you guys noticed earlier, man, the delay to take the purple buff from King Kong after invading, he recalled, went
King
up
Kong
top,
is almost
and
up
then passed
2,000, bro. What
towards
is going
the bottom
on?
lane for
From
purple. So he
KAIRI.
took the long way to get purple, even though he didn't steal the enemy purple. It was, again, to secure the timers properly for him to have
Wow.
the purple by Turtle 3.
The
He
difference
can afford
between
to
these
do
teams
that
is
because of the
insane.
mobility that he has in this hero. Ladies and gentlemen, that is why teams keep banning the Fanny. Kirk here catching a little bit of heat.
Maybe it's because of the
Super Prince
Fanny, right?
poking the purple.
I mean, Fanny is usually
Spots and
always
Luthien.
banned.
Here's a jump AOG coming in from Brusco, the taunt.
As well, Frigid Glacier though lands on the 3. KAIRI goes
KAIRI's
Immortal
super low,
for
KAIRI's
another
taken down.
airstrike, knocks him out, and KAIRI will
Damn.
be taken out. No trades available. Only a Moskov all the way down below. Getting
I guess
a bit of
it
fun.
might be because of
Guys
Fanny.
who
You know,
got
Fanny
shot
usually is
down,
always
And
banned.
even though just one death,
Oh.
it looks like ONIC Esports are going to
And
have
this is the
to
one game
hold from
that
even more
she
as
isn't
Keyboy
banned.
and Sans get pushed out of their purple jungle pit. This is delayed Turtle take because there's enough time for ONIC PH to even rotate towards Turtle.
A 5,000 goal lead in the 7th minute of the game. ONIC Philippines now set their sights towards the turtle. They will sacrifice the bottom lane, no problem. 3 turtles all. Oh, so ONIC PH, but it's Kelra who takes it here.
All the turtle
Even
goes
with
to ONIC PH.
KAIRI and the rest of ONIC Esports struggling. A little bit of a silver lining for our Indonesian Sonics.
ONIC
Savera
PH
hasn't
is up.
died yet. And
No.
Savera actually
6,000.
helped push that bottom
so
lane tier
fed,
1.
bro. They are so
now,
fed.
it looks like ONIC Esports, I reckon, their best transition
Damn.
to a better late game. would
Maybe
be
it's
to
because of
go all
Fanny,
in
right? I think it
on
might be because of
Savera. I
Fanny.
think KAIRI can take care of himself. KAIRI now understands that I have to play defensively. I have to farm up and just get
Fanny
whatever's
is a
left on
bit
the
too
map
much.
for myself and share that with Savero. That's a tough part right there. That kicker that I have to share it with Savero.
For ONIC Philippines, now it's about suffocating ONIC Esports. They've gotten all the neutral objectives, a 6,000 gold lead. There's no reason for them
Yo,
to
Redden, what's
you know,
up? What's
force
good? What's
fights. They can constantly just out macro ONIC Esports, play the long game, and siege with their superior range. You can already see it here. Kelra just munching on that turret down below. Tier 2 turret taken down. King Kong with the Melphic Roar purchase.
good? Where's the
8th minute
lore?
of the game.
Oh no,
So crazy with the
that,
Blood
bro,
Wars.
that's
You're
insane.
wondering what this
That's
Granger's
insane.
pack
Look
and
how hard
why
they're winning. I
ONIC
thought the
Esports
lore
could
was
not even
up.
close the gap, push him away, dive into his face.
Bro,
and
they're
deny
up
that turret
7,000.
push is
Holy,
because
bro.
He has the Trinity. And this is the early game Trinity.
That's
Hunter Strike,
insane.
Malefic Roar, Sky Piercer. Fight's about to break out in mid here. Just waiting for the engage coming through. Tier 2 taken down.
Flicker, Feathered Air Strike, and Kelra
C6 is taken down
The
very
Death
easily.
Sonata plays
Wow.
in the background. Kelra going in again, getting the passive of Sans. Pride of Ice, another one for
Holy
Kelra.
bro.
That's 3 for the God in the gold lane.
What the fuck
They
is
threw
going
everything
on,
but the kitchen
bro?
sink to stop ONIC PH from
How?
advancing. And they're looking to lose
Bro,
their mid lane
this is
inhibitor.
so sad. This is
Savero
actually
trying
sad,
his
bro.
darndest. Trying
This
to
is
clear,
actually sad.
but he's
What the
not going
fuck?
to be able to do so as ONIC PH looks to get another one.
He got a wave. I mean,
This is
he
actually
dealt with
sad.
It's not an end angle, but what the heck was that? Now King Kong dives into Luke
This is
P.
actually sad.
It's a bit of a warning shot here as they have cracked open the
Ain't
base
no way.
with not even the first Lord, folks. That was still Turtle 3 timers.
10
Nah,
minutes
ONIC
in,
PH is too overpowered, bro. This is
10,000
getting me
gold
tight.
and counting ahead.
That
ONIC
ass,
Philippines
bro.
making easy work of the Lord. If that wasn't an end angle, then this
Bro,
next
they're
one
up like
might be
8,000.
Lord will be marching through mid. Checking out the items.
They're up like
That's
8,000.
about what, 1,000 or 2 between almost
Maybe it's 'cause of
everyone.
Fanny.
On
Fanny never
average,
gets open,
3,000
right?
between KAIRI and
Maybe
King
it's 'cause
Kong.
of Fanny.
And 3 levels. This is the worst possible situation you could be in as a Suyo, and that's talking from experience.
Maybe it's because of
And,
Fanny.
Sky Piercer stacks are rolling in here for Kelra. 2,700 gold
2
lead.
stacks.
He's got 2 stacks already.
But that's a
Fanny is
chunky 2
never
stacks.
open,
That's a
so-
massive 2 stacks.
It's a
I don't
big
know, I don't know.
chunky one for sure, man. And King Kong. To add it on to like the problems of ONIC Esports,
Oh
it's
yeah,
not
this
a
is
full
definitely
damage,
over, guys.
Fanny that
There's-
can
they're
at
not
least be
defending
punished
this.
sometimes. No, he's got
They
an
are not
anti-cuirass
defending
and a
this.
leather jerkin.
He's on his way to an immortality, I'm guessing.
Especially with their Grandeur
Here's the
and
Lord.
Farsa.
All 5 members of ONIC PH present as well. Slow rolling this push
Oh.
down
Skeptic on the
bottom.
ult. Yep,
And
he is.
Ayo,
There's
Shea
the
starting
ult.
it
There's the
up.
ult. There's the
Diving
ult.
on the 2 keyboard still
There's
with
ult.
the revitalizer.
One
No,
down.
just getting gunned
2
down
down.
by Kelra again. It's a double.
Triple,
for
another triple for
Kelra.
Kelra.
The SOD in the
Another
back.
triple.
Another
Maniac.
triple for Kelra.
Maniac.
As he dives in deep. Savero
Maniac.
can only just run away. And it is a
Damn.
clean game 1 in the grand finals.
Call it a
Bruh, what
lightning
happened
round
there?
As the super family make quick work
What the fuck happened
of
there?
ONIC Esports.
Oh my goodness, boys. What
What
did
the
we just
fuck happened
watch here?
there?
That
What?
looked disgusting. Every scenario we saw coming in for
God
ONIC
damn, the
Esports,
skill difference
they
is
couldn't capitalize
crazy.
on it. They were always on the back foot. They were just taking punches to the chin one by each member in a
The
row.
skill difference is
And I hate
crazy,
to
guys.
say it, but it's all on that Fanny. The Fanny
was it 'cause of
almost
the Fanny?
single-handedly opened up the map, made decisions so difficult for ONIC Esports.
It might be team gap. I don't
and
know.
it
It
made
might be
the
because of the
lane to
Fanny.
lane,
We'll see.
roll
We'll
to
see.
roll,
I guess the next
a
game will
losing
decide that.
fight.
I don't know. This is what I would say a signature.
It might be because of the Fanny.
A signature Adi kind of feint in match 1, or sorry, in game 1 of a best of
Fanny
7.
never
He likes
gets
to do
open,
this, you know,
so
to leave it
I
open,
don't know what happened
see
there.
what they can get away with. It seems they can't. So next game onwards, I'm expecting the Fanny to get banned.
Maybe
Some
that thought- maybe
adjustments,
that King
massive
Kong don't
ones
play
to be made by
Fanny.
ONIC ID.
It's a feint caught by a haymaker.
It really did. It just goes to show this team demands
I don't know what that was
respect.
about.
Anything less will be punished, and it was very clear. Even when they were putting so many bans towards Super Prince's side, it's like, okay, I'll just play the Pokken game. I'm just going to get a casual kill onto Sans, even if you blow my flicker early. It's just why even put yourself in that position?
King Kong's clutch antique Kiras is such a thing of
Yeah.
beauty.
Well, very
He built
quick
it,
clutch. 11
and yes,
minutes.
it does
and
cost quite a bit of coin, but folks, real quick, the Aurora in Sans isn't even really a damage mage. It's not even a burst mage. It's a utility mage. That means anything and everything ONIC throws at this Fanny, ONIC
I feel like
Esports that is,
Aurora wasn't that good.
will
of a
be
pick
null and
either.
void.
Against
So he
the
can go
Fanny.
in, go out, go in, go out, relatively unpunished. And that's
I mean,
what
to be
made
fair,
it
against the
much,
Fanny,
much
you can't
worse for
really
ONIC
use a
Esports.
lot
It was
of
bad, don't get me
mazes.
wrong.
Yeah.
But that's what made this a 11-minute game.
I feel like
think it's
it was
the
pretty
Fanny,
unplayable.
yeah, I think it might be the
considering that
Fanny.
even bot side, I mean, Severo
think
was trying
so
to
too.
hold on as long as possible. Yes, he didn't necessarily get solo kill by Kelra, but you could see the bleeding effect. Every single time he's forced to recall, he loses
Fanny's always
both.
getting banned. I
Wrong
don't know
idea.
why
The
they decided
competition
not
relies
to
heavily
ban
on
her.
them winning
Just
Turtle
one
1. That's
game.
why I
Yep.
didn't really
Against
expect them
one of the
to
best
give
team.
Turtle 1 the way
If
that
not
they
the
did.
best.
It was ONIC Philippines who had the better setup, who took it away, and ONIC ID
That is
were the
kind of
ones
weird. Are they
reacting
getting pressured? I
after
feel like
that,
they're
obviously,
feeling the
after
pressure. They're
Turtle
getting
1 was given
nervous.
so easily.
Turtle 1 is a point of contention. We might see it in
They're
the highlights.
definitely getting
once
nervous.
we ooh and ah at the
Or maybe they're tired. I don't know. They
of
might be
King Kong.
tired.
I think even ONIC Esports did not see that
I
coming.
don't. Yeah, I
because
don't.
they
I don't know
got
what's
ankle
going on.
breaker done.
I have no idea.
If you'll remember, KAIRI was going for the delayed orange take, right? He was going to go for the orange first.
Exactly. Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
make a beeline to the purple.
Maybe they're
whether it
tired
was up
from
or not,
last
they would've
game. I
clutched
mean,
it
they had to
for
play
turtle.
5 games
But
before
what
this.
the MVP did, what King Kong did was said, yo guys, I'm going to feint him. Y'all go ahead.
You know, they're
Fritz,
probably mentally
Brusco,
drained.
go check in. I'm going to fake it on KAIRI and then go rush in. That's what happened. He showed himself, hit the Ursa, Rock Ursa,
Yeah.
and then ran as a Fanny would and secured the turtle. That's what happened.
But again, I feel like even in the
This
lanes
kind of
itself,
games, bro,
right,
they
what we
like they
expected
drain you.
CC,
They
Lupi was
drain you
actually
like
winning
crazy.
in the lane against Kirk level 1 to 3, but then it didn't really translate into anything. The winning trades, the winning pokes, and here as well, this little skirmish didn't amount to anything. And yeah, KAIRI was all the way down, and they still
Bro, the
walked
Farsa and
forward. They
Getacom
still-
was kind of crazy.
I don't know. For me, a CC should always try to look for a flank angle.
And
that
also,
was
I
a
don't know
very,
why. I don't know
very-
why. Even though KAIRI
feel
was not a
I don't know. That
the
was a
turtle,
weird
they were
execution.
all a
flanked
turtle.
there.
I
And
don't
he
know
got
why.
flanked, and then Vengeance
Yep.
not used.
Yep, I don't know. Not exactly.
I
the
feel like
hottest game
that's where
coming
they
from
started
ONIC
losing
Esports,
very
and I think,
hard.
you know, a lot of the
They gave ONIC. gave
I want to say
the Fanny some
a lot
kills.
of their gas really
got it really
wasn't
fed.
ignited as much as I would like to. I would have liked to see a lot. Again, a lot of battle spells just not used. Even if we're not looking at Lupi, even for Sans
Damn.
for a certain degree, not as you know using that flicker to get himself out of some pretty
It's
tough
kinda sad.
situations, relying heavily on that passive.
I get it though. When you're playing against a team like ONIC PH, who you know for sure are not just watching you on the map,
Yeah,
but
they're
are
probably
as well
nervous.
counting your resources, ults, and battle spells, you'd best believe maybe even ONIC Esports is
They
thinking,
have to be
"All right, I
nervous
can
'cause there
afford
ain't
to
no
not
way,
battle
bro."
spell here because they're gonna be
Then
coming in
I
as a
forgot
lord.
about them
I
Buds
shouldn't
and
spend my battle
CW.
spell,
Yep.
and then ONIC PH.
What
punished
happened? What
those
happened to
little
them?
windows and got away with so much more.
I think at this point that they need to start
Respect
turning
the
fun.
Fanny.
Yes, Super Prince is pretty good at what he does, but again, I think there are too many resources being committed. Jungle rotation clears, going towards his side of the map, having a lot of glorious pathways prior to first turtle and even second turtle towards that side of the map. And
Wait,
all
they're
they got was a
washed?
flicker
Seriously?
max.
Yeah.
I do think that there should have been a bit more priority into their
They're
side,
washed?
especially after Luthi getting solo killed in Tribrush. You've already lost all your planning. That should have been something that is foreseeable.
Yeah, and also because ONIC PH had just so much rain,
I don't even know.
Aurora
Yeah,
wasn't
exactly.
able
I
to
don't know
do
what happened.
anything, right? The only time you would see a Frigid Glacier or a freeze would be onto the frontliners, and I think ONIC Philippines were very happy with that. They're like, yeah, that's what the
Man,
Gauntlet was
Fanny
for. That's what the
open,
Eden
bro.
was
Really,
for.
Fanny?
Use your resources to them, and then Granger goes pew pew.
Even worse is more than half of the Frigid Glaciers, mind you, there were very few, that Sans actually let through were when they were on top of
I want to
the
go
Aurora.
back and see the
That's
draft
too
again.
late. That's too little too late.
Some things to
I
think
feel like they're
about
getting
before we
nervous.
start heading into the second game. Both these teams really,
The Sigma
one
King
more
versus
than
the
other
Sky King,
needs
and the
to
Ghost
really
Standard
break
versus the
down
Young
what
Gun.
exactly
What the
went
fuck?
wrong in that game at number 1. With that being said, we're going to go on a short break, and when we come back, it's going to be game at number 2 here in this best of 7 series at the Snapdragon Pro Series.
Best of series, a best of 7 series is crazy, bro. Eudora is really good against Fanny.
The Snapdragon Pro
Bro, why
Series
isn't
is
Mama
brought to you
typing in
by
the
Snapdragon
YouTube-
Elite Gaming and
YouTube comments? I don't know why,
DHL.
bro. This guy apparently does not have YouTube channel.
The journey to greatness.
Alright, let's look
starts
at
here.
the picks. Let's look at the
From the
bands.
11th to 13th of April.
What happened here?
It becomes a more pick.
The duality doesn't do enough to do about it.
I don't
KAIRI
know. I'm
hits
going way too back. Oops.
For this
Made ONIC PH think twice.
So what the fuck
Matchup.
happened?
Silgo XP.
Who got the first pick?
Man,
If you've lost out by that 4th red.
Who got the
it's a
first pick?
exact side, but in series work.
PH overway, but the great. Oh, like
Wow, that's crazy. So, ONIC got the first pick and they decided to go with Moskov. Bro, they probably thought Moskov was enough to counter. Alright, it looks like KAIRI did have the first pick, and then probably the Moskov would be a really good counter for Fanny, which it is. But I mean, they still got shit on. What happened? They won with Moskov first pick. That is.
Fanny's open.
Yep. So is
Yeah. They auto like that shit without even thinking, but they said, "Fuck, give me the Moskov." Wow, that is interesting. For sure. I feel like the Grandeur does counter Moskov a little bit. Just because of the range and you know, Grandeur being able to poke him down. Joining NCT, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna try to get an actual team. I'm gonna try to get an actual team. We're gonna compete, guys. We're gonna compete. Need to find a good team. Get rid of Rome. He's West, bro. He's West. He's West. Honestly, bro, I might be roaming. I don't know. I'm thinking about roaming. Velo jungle, bro, trying to make us lose, bro. It's not. I mean, that's if you have a good team. If you have a really good team, yeah. But if you don't, you're gonna get shit on.
The grand finals continue.
It gets really sweaty at high ranks, bro. It gets
After
really
a
sweaty.
wash of game number 1, we're hoping
Like
that game
really
number
sweaty.
2 is going to be adaptation, and at the very best, a game that lasts only 15 minutes, man. These go quick.
Under 12 was game 1, in case y'all missed it.
Yikes.
It was the Sigma show starring the Beast King Kong on that Fanny. Mirko says it's an addy thing to let some things through and then see
Damn.
how much he can get away with. I'm hoping that game 2, they really just bet on the Fanny and then play good MLBB.
I agree. And I think we can see here again, right? The King Kong, KAIRI differentiations. Average GPM, I think I want to draw into that. King Kong is such a good farmer because of the paths that he takes, right? He's so good at pathing around the map.
Bro,
especially
how
on the Fanny,
wow,
it
King
only
Kong's
just
farm
enhances
better
that
than
strength. You
KAIRI.
saw just how he was able to control turtle number 1 through mirroring or just matching
Kumi and
Mr.
Golama
KAIRI
Cook.
in the bottom side of the jungle and seeing, oh, he's taking
I
orange.
believe you.
Go straight up, takes the
I
turtle.
believe
free.
you. But I don't know,
And
bro.
not
Every
to
time we
mention
play
that
with you,
even
it goes
as
to
the
West.
game starts
That's
to
so
progress
weird.
by, I think his side laners are giving him like phenomenal information of what camps are up. Do they have priority?
That is so
And it's
weird.
like you
Bro,
don't
in
have to,
high
like,
ranks, it's
physically
really
look at
sweaty.
the map anymore when you've got that much priority and as well as just raw dominance from your laners. It's such a
99-0.
Me
No
lagging too.
way.
That's a best of
Best of
best of 200.
Best
Best of 102.
Bro, the
Best
game
of-
is not fun at high ranks.
All right, look, the draft is about to
Let's
begin,
go,
and hopefully
David.
we're
Welcome
gonna see
back. You
something
missed the
different.
whole
I'm
game,
more
bro. You
curious
missed the
to
whole
see
game.
I'm more curious to see if
ONIC
Esports actually
PH,
wants to stay
King
on the
Kong
same
team.
side. Do you think that they want to be on the blue side one more time?
And
would
Texas
reckon
Texas
a
Central.
team
It
loss
is, but I
is
don't
your
know, bro.
choice.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Every time we
whenever
play with
Adi
it, it's a
does the
hard
Adi
West.
thing, where does he like to be?
It's so weird.
Doesn't matter what side. I mean,
Proceeds to leave the Fanny
Yeah.
through on the opposite end.
if the Yve is going to be banned out every time by ONIC PH, might as well go red. Then you like contest more picks.
It should be.
I feel like
All
for
right, here we go.
Central,
ONIC
it goes
PH
both
gonna be on the
ways.
blue side up against
West
ONIC
is the
Esports
best.
on the red side, as you called it.
Fanny,
ONIC
oh, I was
PH
about to say,
that
Fanny is still
even.
open.
So
Oh my god, bro. I was about to
Esports
say.
will have to be, thankfully, banning out the Fanny this time around.
So I would reckon this ONIC Esports choosing to
Wow,
be red,
Yve is
so
banned
they're
almost in every match today. What is going
going
on?
both comfort, conservative, and
Yve
just
is
making
always
sure that
banned,
they're
guys.
winning because they can see things coming from a mile away. The
That is
answer,
interesting.
The open low Yi and the high
Louis
prio
is
Gatot,
open.
who is
Okay, that's a
still
Louis. I
sitting
swear, I'd rather go
100%
against West and
in
get
the
easy
hands of the
opponent.
bruiser. This man right here, BJ Paro Brusco.
Yeah, 100% win rate. Gandakacha has just seen
You say that
a
until you
crazy
lose like
level of
crazy.
play here in
That's
the
me.
playoffs.
You
For some
say
reason,
that
it wasn't
until you lose
prevalent
like
in the-
crazy, and it doesn't
this
even get
prevalent
fun.
in the group stages. It was actually kind of 50-50.
Trust me, it is
was
not that
Badang
fun,
stole
bro, I
the show in the
promise you.
XP lane. But yeah, Gatot
Your
is
entire
still
team is
the
gonna
show
go
completely
bronze.
now
It
in
is not that
Philippines
fun.
against the Louis and the Gatot. Last time we saw Selena got
I'm
out
s-
against
I'm
the
talking
Low E
from
ONIC
experience.
Philippines. Do they still want to go Selena here in the first phase?
Maybe. Who's to say? Because I think that, you know, at the very least.
All right,
it's
it looks
not
like
opening
King Kong
up
is
the
gonna
map,
take
and I
Suyu
think
here.
The real question here is what are they going to use to open up the map? If not,
We're gonna
is
see
there
King
new
Kong on
threats coming
Suyu.
in from ONIC PH? Because they're very capable. Their arsenal is deep. It's gonna be Granger to open up.
Look at the
just
Chow
on
pick. I
side
told you guys,
note.
they
Oh,
love
this
picking
could
the
be a
Chow.
battle for
They
all intents and
love
purposes.
picking the
Something
Chow.
tells me
Oh, wow.
It's not as simple. We've
They
seen KAIRI
love
play
picking the
Nolan a
Chow.
couple of times in the challenge finals already. So this is their next best
Yes,
thing,
sir.
outside
And then
of
we
a
got
Hayabusa.
Kelra on Granger
This is
again.
burst that they're looking for.
Let's fucking go, god
I
damn.
reckon
Yo,
if
y'all
ONIC
not
Esports
big a
don't
fan of
ban
the
the
Chow?
likes of an Arlot, ONIC PH should pick up an Arlot. It's a great way to answer from a
Ooh,
massive diversion play.
Kyrie.
And Kirk has a 100%
On
Arlot,
Nolan, that
given
is
just
an
one
interesting
spade in the
pick-up.
fight.
That's fair. Hildebrand is the follow-up coming in from ONIC
Nolan,
Esports.
that is
Looks like
interesting.
it might trend into that territory. But at
You
the
guys
same
still
time,
awake?
you're
Yes,
gonna-
we're watching the
Ooh, I'm looking
final.
for the
Hannah,
side
this
of
is the
ONIC
final.
PH really wants to put Severo
Final.
in a more
ONIC
uncomfortable
PH
match. I think they're
versus
more than
ONIC
happy to be
ID.
like, okay, you can get the Moskov again. I'm more than happy to deal with it.
Go again.
One more time.
The
Bro, it's
Irithyll
Sunday.
banned out, yeah.
It's Sun-
At this point,
David, it's
kinda
Sunday.
Is ONIC PH saying, you know, go for it, do it again, Moscow, or go for the claw? That's even more risky here. I don't know. For ONIC Esports though,
All right,
yeah, maybe banning out the
Bro,
Arlot
that
would be
is
great.
so
Arlot
interesting.
is
They didn't
a
pick- they
good
didn't
matchup
pick,
into the Nolan. You can constantly just follow where the Nolan goes. Those
They didn't pick
resets,
Airthon,
they're able
instead
to
they
do
picked,
that. But ONIC Esports go for the
they
easier
picked
attack, which is, you know,
Nolan.
the Eat It. That's a signature for Kirk.
They just hate Kirk right now.
They do.
I
They
think
do.
I can understand the I
That
can understand
is
why you're banning out
interesting.
Edith here. I think he's just again we haven't seen him lost on this Edith
Watch out,
before.
EXP.
They can't counter him.
It
in
could
lane.
be
It's
anyway,
clear that he
honestly,
gets
yeah,
outside
I don't even
influence
know,
help when
but
necessary.
it could be
So
anything.
just put that out of the equation and maybe force it down back into a CC Arlot sort of matchup, and even then it's
Could be
more
anything.
volatile.
You mentioned the CC.
Ooh, they banned the
Likely they might pick it
glue.
up here. It was the closer for ONIC Esports in game number 1, but they're still looking for Severo or Lutpi. Between the two, safer to just go CC first if you're gonna pick it here.
I mean, we've seen ONIC Esports do it before, unless we want to see finally that win rate tank for Volvius, which has been left wide out in the open. And I think that's what ONIC PH want to do. They're like, hey, who's missing?
I like this. I like this route from ONIC Esports, man. The CC pick earlier as well. It was kind of like, yeah, it's a prio pick. It's great, and we know you're gonna have frontliners, but they weren't able to make it work. So
Ooh,
I think
CC's
Lutfi
open.
needs to go back on comfort. Every
CC
time I
is
see
so
him on
open. I
CC,
feel
it's
like
just, it's not, you know, it's not.
Glue-
Lutfi
banning
having
glue
a good
instead of
game.
CC.
And
That
if
is
Volvius wins against
interesting.
Arlot, so this kind of blocks out Arlot for ONIC PH. What do they respond
Yeah, CC will be so good here. They are
CC,
taking
here
the
you go.
CC.
Kirk's
They
like,
are
oh my
Yeah,
God.
taking
Oh
the
my God,
CC.
return
Ooh, we got Selena.
of
We got
Princess
Selena.
Selena. It suffered a few losses given.
We got Selena. Let's go.
Other teams have played Selena, yes.
Yes.
But Prince is still 100, right?
Still at 100. Yeah, he's only played one game of it so far. This would be his second game in ONIC. Oh my goodness. All right, as expected, the Moskov.
Nah,
Where
Selena
they-
got
for
buffed.
ONIC
Selena got
Esports
buffed.
particular, I feel
Selena
like it's
got
pretty clear.
buffed.
For ONIC PH, if they can just slow down, they know that the goal lanes are going to be okay. If they can slow down mid rotations and more importantly, get an
That's
early
his main.
kill
Yeah,
for
Selena got
Kirk,
buffed.
I think that they should be okay because Lupti is
Bro,
going
the
to put a
CC is
lot of
gonna
stops.
be a
There's so many
huge
dashes on
factor
ONIC
in this
PH.
match, guys. The CC
Definitely.
is
I
gonna
think
be a
for ONIC
huge
Esports, they
factor.
have a solid composition again. In game number 1, they already kind of did as well, but they just
Oh yeah,
failed
the
to
rating is
accomplish
correct.
what
Yeah,
they
rating.
needed
You're right.
to,
You're right. You're right.
for
That's a
first
good.
turtle again to enable
It's
their
for
win
Louis.
condition.
It's for Louis.
So
That is a
here,
really good pick.
They have a better way for sure to go up against ONIC Philippines, and the fact that Selena has been picked up means that mid prio won't be.
That is, yeah, that's true.
100%
Yeah,
for
yeah.
ICH,
Selena is
unlike
actually,
previous
it's not a
matches.
troll pick. It's actually a valid pick
to
here.
actually help it out. With that being said, the game is about to begin here. Game number 2 in this best of 7 series here at the grand finals of the SPS. Leo and as well as Miracle, all of you guys cast
Oh,
this
good counter
game.
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
With
exactly. Counter
pleasure.
for
It's a
Louis.
marathon, not a
Exactly,
sprint.
yes.
The first mile taken here by ONIC Philippines as
And
ONIC
also
Esports
Selena got
tighten
buffed,
things
so
up. A little bit of
we'll see how this works
housekeeping
out.
by Coach Adi and the Indonesian champions. Season 3 was taken by this squad. A majority of them were in Jakarta, Indonesia when they won the grand title of Snapdragon Pro Series champions. Can they present to the M6 World Champions a better
Ooh,
challenge?
Chow is 1
Brusco down to
HP.
what? 2 HP here.
Burn
ONIC Esports coming out
Chow
the
no
gates.
flicker, Louis no
Well
flicker either.
played, Brusco baits out Revitalize, and also the flicker
look
from
at the
Sans
damage.
ends up being worth it. Flicker
the
roam for
damage.
Flicker mid, always value for the Flicker roam. So we're friends as well here on
Bro,
the
what is this
Selena.
glaze on
We were
Chao?
expecting the mid prio definitely to be on the
Ooh,
side.
stop.
Of course,
Whoa.
the missile arrow
Whoa.
shots gonna be taken out of the
Whoa.
mid lane by the monster mage.
What was that?
And styling on everybody, he brings
Bro,
out
the
the
Selena
flicker
is
and the
crazy,
flashes, the
bro. What is
recalls, and
that?
now suddenly
The
that'll
recall
turn
mid
in
gap
the prio
already?
in the jungle and all the other lanes. Brusco
Nah,
jumping
the
in,
Selena is
two-man knockup.
crazy.
Fracture, Brusco taken low but not down. He gets away once again, sets up for King Kong to actually steal
Damn.
that camp away from KAIRI despite... Oh yeah, no, it was just King Kong who retreated. KAIRI didn't commit the retreat.
Bro, you
And
would
now
think,
you're
you
seeing
would
and you're
think that
wondering,
Louis
is
gonna get the
ONIC
Selena,
Esports
right? But
once
it's the
bitten,
other way
twice
around.
shy? Are they gonna
The
be forced to
Selena's
play
gapping the Louis somehow.
conservatively, defensively, because of how aggressive ONIC PH was in game one?
The
because
Selena
of
is
how
cracked, bro. The
early
Selena
they're
is
applying
cracked.
pressure here in game number 2.
Oh, he's dead, he's dead, he's
Gonna
dead.
get caught by a taunt,
But the
and
Selena
gets
is
taken
trolling,
down
bro.
by
The Selena
Keyboy.
is
Got baited
trolling.
there by Keyboy, who was just
That's his main,
standing,
that's why,
waiting
but
for the
still, you
taunt,
know, it's really
finds it, and
surprising.
now gives over the kill.
Bro, that
Actually,
Selena
no,
is
he
trolling,
doesn't.
bro.
It
That
was Keyboy
Selena
who
is
took the
literally
kill
trolling.
despite KAIRI walking up as well. So more pressure for ONIC Esports, a better way to set up for
Does get
Turtle
picked up
1.
for
They can
trolling.
delay the take here.
ONIC
Purple
PH still
first
up
secured by
300.
the Sky King. Keyboy taking the pixel brush. Arrow misses. The trap set in. Slow down.
Selena highlights, I bet. I'll check it on TikTok.
King
I'll check
Kong
it on
played
TikTok.
range.
Vengeance. Already used up by Kirk now. Double jump
Ooh,
again.
still
Look,
here.
being able to jump all the way to the back.
What?
But Kirk gets the kill on KAIRI. King Kong wins the rectory. There was no KAIRI.
Wait,
to
what is
contest
happening? I
there.
feel like ONIC
And just
IT
like
is
that,
not
ONIC
playing like
PH
how they
pull a
usually play.
Drive-by.
Surgical. ONIC Philippines comes in.
I feel like
gets
they're
the lead,
nervous. I feel
goes
like they're really
out,
nervous.
Happy with their quarry.
I don't know how KAIRI died there. The Chao did not have
All it
ults,
takes
by
for
the
ONIC
way.
Esports to reset
Chao
is
no
a big
ult.
version
The
out by
aura, yeah, it
Sans,
might be, bro. It might be.
resetting that wave in mid. And let's talk about this gold lane.
I think they're nervous,
it's
bro.
a
I don't know
save.
what was that
It's
about.
a replay of game number 1. What are some
I
lessons
feel like
that maybe
KAIRI is
Savero can
definitely
take
nervous here.
into game number 2? We'll talk about that if Super Frizz gives us a moment, man. Super Frizz
Oh god, it's
just
the
always
aura? Yeah,
coming
yeah,
up.
yeah.
And again, Brusco this time. Oh, he won't be able to get the angle to go for the way of the dragon. But yeah, the gold lane matchup. We explore Kirk.
Bro, look at
diving in.
KAIRI. What is going on with
Kirk
KAIRI?
almost
What
getting
is
another
going on with
solo
KAIRI?
on KAIRI.
Bro, he's
And
messing
forced
up.
back again. This is just so bad for KAIRI.
KAIRI is messing up. He's
was already
nervous,
2
you could
levels
tell.
ahead. He's gonna steal another camp and he's gonna have another boost.
Wow, he lost
in
the creep because of that.
advantage.
Is it just me or
Oh.
is wait, Keyboy gets caught.
Abyssal arrow away
He's
the
losing a
dragon.
lot of farm.
No, Brusco doesn't want Keyboy.
Is ONIC Philippines employing the same
Oh.
strat?
Ooh,
Another
it's done.
arrow.
My lord.
Sans catches it with a big smile and trap swallow
Bro,
by
that
Keyboy.
Selena is just
All
having
right,
fun.
Fritz will back out. Is ONIC PH attacking ONIC Esports the same way they did Liquid? Oh, they collapse
Ooh.
on the Calrock.
Kelra gets slain up top. KAIRI with the help of the diversion.
That's a good
The
pick, huh?
assassination. Brusco though. Waiting in the bush now, jumping in with the Jiku down with the way the dragon to Super Fritz. There you go. It's a
What a
kill
chow.
for Brusco off of a stun.
Bro,
despite
what is
the
that
AOG.
Chao?
Kelra for KAIRI. Long-term
How did he
trading
do that,
for
bro? How did
ONIC
he do that?
Philippines. Now it's time for the M6 World Champions to start
Nah, that
targeting
Chao is
the gold
clean, bro.
lane.
That Chao is clean.
Unless they're continuing with that same strat again against Liquid. They attack Aran. They
I did not
attack
touch. I know,
Fabian.
bro. I know.
They're
Bro,
isolating Ludwig,
I was saying,
and
while I was
they're
watching
isolating KAIRI. Is
F6,
just
I was
not
saying like
even within
the
King
team
Kong's
should focus on
range.
banning the Chao.
I mean, what can you do at this point? That's a 2-level lead that
It's
King
always
Kong
gonna
still
be
has.
meta,
This
yeah,
will
bro.
be
It's
a
freestyling.
3-level lead now as he gets the turtle.
Literally.
2,000
Another turtle
now
going
down
to
to
ONIC
2,300
ID.
because some of the
Oh,
waves have
ONIC
just
PH.
crashed into the turret. Oh, Sky Peter's already too. There, ONIC
Yeah, when
Philippines
I
are
was
just
watching
so
F6, I
comfortable
was
with the
like
Lanadon. This is their home.
suggesting
Currently,
for the other team to
Kelra
ban
is
Chao.
barefoot, no boots.
No boots.
So
Because the Chao is doing too
Kelra
much.
committed to just hunkering down, winning that lane, and farming out of his mind. He has 2 core items, and he just picked
Chao
up
is too
his
little
base
too
boots
much.
now. So he had no plans of even getting out of there. He was going to win against Savero or die trying.
He's pulling an ONIC Esports, no boots.
That's
I feel
true.
like KAIRI,
For
look
the
at
better part of
KAIRI,
a
guys,
year
he's
now.
so nervous, you
Quick
can
push here,
tell.
down bottom by
Bro,
Kirk.
he's not even like, what is
That
going on?
will put ONIC PH up by about 3,000 gold.
And that
at
CC
the
is a
5.5
big
minute mark.
problem,
Lower
bro.
quarter is where the next
The
turtle
marksman,
will
the
spawn.
maze, no
It's
Piri,
just a
bro.
matter
That
of
Chao
time
is gonna
before
abuse
even
them.
KAIRI's purples will be
That
butt
Chao
hammered.
is gonna abuse them.
Oh, curtain call. And, oh, wow, the Abyssal Arrow. I thought for sure
Bro,
it
the
would land
CC
there.
is so annoying.
Barely
Look at the CC.
Gets
That's what I mean. I
away
feel like they have to
Lupi
ban the
from
CC.
the Abyssal Arrow, but look at the control that ONIC Philippines has now. Diversion diversion spotted by Brusco.
Ooh.
Pistol arrow to stop Lutpi. Now they dive in on the Super Prince. Flickers out of the fracture. King Kong has dived in with the surge.
Back,
King
step,
Kong might get picked up
sever,
here.
and the AOG keeps the beast down.
He
Immortal
lives, ain't
form
no
now
way.
dashing away. King Kong still sustaining.
That is so-
Kelra
I don't know
hitting
why
Missile
King Kong-
arrow
bro,
going
they're
wide.
trolling,
Now
bro.
it's Kelra in the midst of it all, still able to flick around. Kirk walks back in.
Not much
I
of
feel like
response.
ONIC ID is
ONIC
just trolling
PH
right now.
lost one of
They're
their
just
key
having
members.
fun.
The SOD from Severo hitting from the top. He will be working on this tier 1 and gets a push for ONIC Esports.
All
They're
that
just having fun
for kill
at this
and
point.
a tier 1 ONIC Esports
You could just tell
finally
the way
on
they
the
play.
board in objectives. They get a structure. Brusco though has the flicker. No, Severo will not wait that long for Brusco to
Bro,
get that.
how is
Chico
ONIC
no flicker.
PH
Long-term trading
up
for
2,000 gold?
ONIC Esports.
It's a win-win
They
for ONIC,
suffered
yeah.
in the first 5 minutes.
ONIC
and then
PH is still
suddenly,
up
all it
2,000
took was
gold.
just them to take down King Kong.
What the
and
fuck?
that made it all so much
That's
better.
insane, bro.
ONIC PH now just up 2,000, and they're thinking twice. The first turtle was easy. Second turtle, not so much.
The
Kirk playing with
Suyu
range
still up
here.
1,000
That's
from
3 members
Nolan,
of
wow.
ONIC PH in
That
the
is
vicinity
crazy,
as
bro.
ONIC Esports wait for KAIRI. They're waiting for the Sky King to say yes.
Keyboy charging a taunt. Will be able to get Kirk.
Kelra is gapping
does
so
still
hard.
have the
Yeah, I mean,
vengeance.
Grandeur does gap.
Abyssal arrow goes wide. Sans
Moscow, so
able
that is not
to
surprising.
slide away from these skill shots. Purple buff taken by KAIRI, and for ONIC Philippines, it's so slow. They know ONIC.
Ooh, Moscow might be pushing here.
Diversion.
Diversion
Sans
play for the
all the
Louis.
way going down, taking Keyboy and KAIRI with
I
him.
think they know. I
Brusco
think
holding
they
his wide
know. I think
brush,
they know.
Spotted by Lutpi, man-to-man defense.
Yeah, they know, they know,
Oh,
they know.
spotted out by the Death Sonata
1,000
of
gold per
Kelra. They get
minute
the
is
mid
crazy,
pushing in,
bro.
and that's going to be a free turret. ONIC Esports out macroed the diversion.
Bro, they're taking
became an
advantage
to
of the
ONIC
Louis
Philippines,
ults.
who
They're
just
taking
played it
advantage of
slow.
the other
Super
two Louis
Prince throwing
ults.
out
What
that
the
arrow,
hell?
kicking Keyboy out of that Y brush. Another arrow thrown an inch away from
Bro, they're
Lutpi.
so good. They are
ONIC
so good.
PH
Oh, man.
collapsing onto this turtle. The SOD maybe a second
They're
too
actually
late.
so good.
3,000 gold lead now
They're
for ONIC
different, yeah,
Philippines
they're
as
like,
they
they're really different.
continue
They're making
to
zero
build
mistakes.
their dynasty brick by brick. Kill.
They're up
Kill,
3.3k.
and man, it is looking so dominant for them. Despite the 3
Look,
for
they're
3
trolling, but they're
scoreboard,
literally
this
trolling. What is going
is
on?
such a massive lead in tempo.
This feels like
across
a
the map.
ranking where the
Yeah, I
one
was
team is
about to
just
say,
abusing the other team.
It's not just a matter of carnage and an onslaught that ONIC PH are looking in for advantages for. They're so comfortable playing the map too.
Yeah.
Let's not
Selena
forget
biting
that
the
KAIRI
book.
is still down 2 levels from King Kong, so KAIRI has to catch up in that sense. Looking at the gold as well, he's down by like 1,000 and change. That's massive when you're thinking about an assassin like Nolan. Where else is the damage going to be coming from?
Ooh,
Abyssal
it's
arrow
done, but yeah, there's
Puts
nothing
the
gonna
trap
happen there.
down just to add in a
The
bit
type
more
of team you
oomph
play
to the
against when
Abyssal
your whole
arrow
team
there,
is
but there's
trolling,
no
exactly.
commitment. Another one lands on Lutpi. He gets 2 on the charge, but it's more dangerous for Lutpi to take
Yeah, yeah,
that.
Kaiser,
Now
exactly.
King Kong
Yes,
gonna
yes.
Attempt Grand Theft Purple successfully.
It is.
gets
It's just
it,
honestly, this is
leaving
just team
the small
difference.
purple
Yeah.
buff standing to
ONIC PH
possibly
still up
deny the
3,000 gold.
spawn, but no, just the same. He's making this worse, all the more worse for KAIRI.
It's all an absolute.
I don't like the
ONIC
Nolan pick here.
Philippines
I
deal
do
in
not like the Nolan
absolutes.
pick
KAIRI
here.
taking the diversion, they go up top, but no one is there. ONIC Philippines.
I wonder why KAIRI
no.
doesn't play
No
Alpha.
one is on the map. They're planning something for sure, and they just read it out. Again, another wasted diversion just due to how
Bro, it's like they
aware
know.
ONIC
It's like they know.
Philippines are.
Look, they're not even going top.
Whether
They
it
know.
be Super Prince
They're
calling
sticking
the
together.
shots. Again, as mentioned in the Ocho Habang podcast,
They're sticking together.
players laud Super Friends for knowing exactly where
They're
their
staying.
opponents are
Oh,
because
man.
of the diversions, because
They're
of
taking
rotations.
advantage of
This,
Louis
this
ultimate.
monster mage is just so good
And
at
pushing back.
understanding their opponent's movements. I'm pretty sure the rest of ONIC PH have caught on to that and learned over the past 6 months of
That
yeah, no,
is
the opponents are most likely
crazy,
here.
bro.
Fritz says
What-
they're here.
Bro,
And they
no, bro.
committed
Bro,
to
listen.
make things
ONIC
even
ID
worse
is
for
really
ONIC Esports.
nervous.
They teleported up there.
They're
ONIC PH
playing
read
like
it,
pussies.
and ONIC
They're playing
Esports
really
thought,
passive.
No, just give them time. Just stay
They
patient.
wasted time.
They're
They
playing really
wasted
passive. They were, yeah, like
every
the
single
caster was
second
saying,
there
they're
was
wasting a
another
lot of
cold
time.
lead, it seemed, for ONIC Philippines that they just could push in, and now
They're
King
wasting a
Kong's
lot of
about to
time
hit.
doing nothing.
Alright, one more diversion. Where are they going?
They're playing
Inside
really,
the purple,
like, they're really
side
nervous. You can
jungle
tell.
of ONIC PH.
Watch Prince. watch
Another
Prince.
ultimate
And
for
they're going
Louis.
for the Lord. It's a dance. ONIC PH, they don't know if they have an
Look at
unwelcome
Fritz.
visitor. Check it out. Queller
The
thrown out by
Crunch is
King
looking
Kong.
at all
Fritz
the
holding the fence
bushes.
brush. And now Brusco sees him.
Abyssal Arrow landing on the Look P. KAIRI going to be caught in the trap as well. They're all going to be there, but they're going to be collapsed on. Look P, a desperate charge forward. And AOG, that goes in vain. Now the chase as Prince jumps in and King Kong
They're
cleans
playing
them
like
up.
pussies, bro. ONIC PA,
Kirk
I mean
had to
ONIC
pay the
ID.
price. And Savero
They're not playing like
trying
how
to
they
find
usually
consolation
play.
prize in Brusco, but the Bruiser's not going to have any of it. And now back to regular
playing really
programming as if
passive.
nothing went wrong. ONIC PH.
It's
going
like
to take
they're
the Lord.
nervous. They're scared.
King Kong will deal with the Lord. Like it's nothing. It's a free Lord over to ONIC Philippines. Full neutral
I'm
objective
switching teams.
win. 4 neutral
Nah, that's
objectives out of
insane.
4.
ONIC Esports, though, do find a silver lining, a little bit of farm for KAIRI. Given that sequence, the map was relatively mum, especially the lower quarter kept quiet, so he did clean up the waves, stole away King
Yeah, I
Kong's
think
orange, but
ONIC
that is
ID
just
is just
alms,
really
crumbs to what the Thunder Gods
Glorious
are cooking right
King
now,
Kong.
setting up a push up top. The
Diversion.
diversion by Suns. Brusco, he's smelling something. They didn't see anything
Look
just
at
yet.
them,
Kelra
bro. Look at
threw out a
them.
rogue shot. It looks like ONIC Esports might get
Oh,
cornered and don't
Louis
play.
dead.
An Abyssal Arrow lands and the sniper takes it. Now in the back it's a dive as
Double kill from
Kelra
Kelra.
secures a double. And the diversion was once again nothing but wasted as
Look
they
at
cannot
KAIRI,
get an
bro. It's
angle.
like
ONIC
he doesn't know
Philippines,
what to do.
Every time they think the diversion is there in the flanks, they go in. They just
Usually
dive.
you will see KAIRI all over the
PH's
map,
movements are
right?
so efficient
But he's really
that
scared
no
in
longer
this
are
one.
they just denying the diversions from ONIC Esports, but
He
they're
doesn't know
also
what to do.
punishing them for even making that call. 2 inhibitors fall after 2 free pickoffs, and now
Bro
they're
is
inside
lost.
the
Bro
base.
is literally
Look,
lost.
He's trying
But
to
look at
survive.
King
KAIRI
Kong. This
jumps
guy's
in.
trolling,
King Kong
bro.
takes it with the assassin form. Not even the Immortal
King
form
Kong
gets
is
sniped.
trolling.
Brusco goes
Flicker
and finds the way of the
ult.
dragon.
The taunt from Keyboy denying them the final push. The base still standing. Sans falls.
Another triple for Kelra, make it
Another
3
triple
triples,
from
4
Kelra.
triples,
Maniac?
another one
Bro,
is
what is
KAIRI
going on? That's
is the
insane,
only
but
man
it's
left
insane.
standing to
It's either
witness
that
the
or
greatness
PH
of
knows
ONIC
KAIRI
Philippines
moves.
as they go 2-0 up in this grand
I
finals.
feel like he's just
Maybe
he's
a
just
bit
scared to
slower.
move anywhere.
But just a minute it took longer for
Like,
ONIC PH
you
to
know they're
score
scared. Their
another.
first pick Louis and trying to
2
make
now
some.
in this best of 7.
Like I feel like really
ONIC
weird plays. I don't
PH.
know.
What can ONIC Esports do?
They got to figure out the system of Super Friends.
I don't
How
know yet. They're really
does
scared.
he know?
It's not even
How
about that
does he
draft. I feel
figure
like
it
the
out?
ONIC
And
PH is just...
even in the background, I'm looking at the minimap. His
Well, ONIC PH is
placement
better, and the
of
other team is playing really
abyssal
passive.
traps, prioritizing the most dangerous ones as the team is pathing towards that
Because I'm
area.
pretty sure ONIC
I don't know.
ID has
It's,
really good team
it's
here, right?
pretty impressive to watch. Most people, I don't think most people can put it together yet.
Yeah.
The difference between ONIC Philippines and
Wow,
the
2-0 already.
previous
2-0 with the
MPL
first Lord, bro.
Philippines
Both
champions, world
games.
champions,
Both
is
game ended in
it
12
starts
minutes.
from within. They're all individually skilled and talented, and they all know what their role is, what to do
Is that
best
when
at
Kage
any
hosts
given
5v5,
moment. You
bruh? Nah, I'm gonna
take
be
what
honest, bro. All the
Super Friends
5v5
knows, and you
matches
share
are
that among
always
a hive
intense.
mind of these mechanically gifted athletes.
Those
and you
custom
end up with
matches are
those
always
kinds of
intense,
rotations,
bro.
wherein you punish what?
You should have
10
seen that
seconds of
today. You should have seen
idleness in a map?
today's.
That amplifies.
Today's
the
was
fact that
crazy, bro. Today was
That's
crazy.
I haven't seen a play that great in a while. Wherein the diversion in that top lane
Oh,
was
you
denied
watched it?
for
Yeah,
what,
bro,
10,
it
15
was
seconds.
insane.
You wasted a whole team's time.
Vicky
I think there was,
beat
what,
Bello,
a
yes,
total of
sir.
3 effective divergences just in
Twice,
a row.
twice.
Nothing.
She beat
Nothing.
him. She beat him
Smothered,
twice.
smothered again, immediate one after the other. Even though Sans was trying to be very
CC with the
proactive.
This is
MVP. I
good
told
as
you
a
guys, CC is
wipeout.
kind
If
of
your
OP.
opponents aren't doing anything for a good 10 seconds, that's as good as a wipeout.
And I think it's a lot due
No
to
way,
the fact
yes
that Super
way,
Friends
bro,
was
yes
able to
way.
get the early lead
Bro,
so
Vicky's
early.
actually
You don't
good.
expect the
The
Selena
other
to
team
be
was
able to
stacked
get the early
exactly,
lead
bro,
that quick.
exactly.
He got a solo kill on Sans, and I think level 2 got the Abyssal Trap. Keyboy was not ready, Sans was not ready for that
Guys, the
Abyssal
CC is
Arrow,
a
and
problem.
then it just snowballed from there with the mid control that should have been ONIC ID's strong suit. Gone? It was
We're
just
gonna
all up to
1v1.
ONIC Philippines.
Tomorrow, I got you, David.
All right,
tomorrow.
think, how are we going to take the game now? It's up to us.
Which is good because if
Let's
it
do
did
Chow
come to
versus
the
Chow,
point
right? Let's do
where
Chow
ONIC
versus
PH were
Chow.
up against the ropes in a corner defending inside their base, it would be miserable.
fair up
This
for that.
lineup has little to no wave clear. Their wave clear isn't even safe.
Yeah.
Sure, you're hedging
Damn,
on the
that's
fact that
kinda
Kelra will get to a
crazy,
farm if
bro.
it does get down
Like,
to that point, like
This game's are
12,
not even
13
close.
minutes in
It's
and
so
they're inside your
one-sided.
base. But that aside, ONIC PH played it right, played it well. We're ahead 5 minutes in,
Wow.
7 minutes in, 8 minutes in. Let's finish it.
I mean, it was a
They're
steady
they're
incline
ending the
here,
game
and I think,
before
the
it
biggest
even
part
gets to
was
late
coming in
game.
towards that 5 to 10
They're
minute mark.
they're
where we
ending
did
in
see
12
just
minutes both games.
Zero
over 12
presence
minutes,
from
yeah.
both sides, not really giving them
With the
any
first
space
Lord.
whatsoever to make
I'm
that mistake
telling you guys, they're
initially,
so
and I
they're
think even for ONIC
scared.
PH, they have to
Bro,
make
ONIC
every
ID
single
is
one of these
actually
moments
scared.
count.
They're playing really passive.
Man, how do you deal with this Kirk 2 clinical performance?
Like,
on
what is
the
going
CC?
on?
I didn't even see how he killed KAIRI in the first turtle, man. I just saw KAIRI die. I guess we can see it here in the highlights. Keyboy definitely hyped up, but after that
He has
game,
to be. He has to be.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They
I don't
do.
know
They're
either.
playing really
Vengeance.
passive.
I'm pretty sure Vengeance played a
They're
big
scared.
role
Yeah,
in
yeah.
that
I
early
mean, who
kill on
wouldn't be, to
KAIRI
be
from
honest?
Kirk.
We'll see. We'll
Because
see
that's
here.
what we were expecting.
Like right
Luki
here,
to do.
look at him. What happened here,
no,
bro?
No, wait, hold on.
It was Brusco and Kirk. It was the concussive blast from Brusco.
You guys saw what
Sometimes
happened
you
there. Let me go back a
as the
little bit. Let me show you
yo-yos
guys.
just kept on dealing damage.
I would
Yeah.
reckon,
Like,
the
KAIRI would-
burst from a Nolan
No, never
should
mind,
have
bro.
done work on the Vengeance.
I'm just saying,
Like,
KAIRI
you
wouldn't be
rift
playing
on
like
rift
this.
and
I
then
don't know. It's
it
gonna
blows
play
up in
really,
your face.
really
I don't
weird.
think he used Vengeance
He
there,
did.
though.
He did.
He did?
There's also the fact that, with the current call, locking
taking
onto
advantage of the early
one
game
person
picks.
rather than two, and you're in the
I mean,
in that
Louis
sort of
Yu-
vicinity,
Louis Yu is
right?
really
You're
good
getting
early game
a good
hero.
amount of DPS, especially for somebody who,
Louis and Nolan,
again,
bro,
doesn't
they're
have the
top
highest
tier early
physical
game heroes,
defense
by
at
the way.
beginning of the game. So there are a couple of things like I don't know.
That chocolate
What
funny
could
on
they have
TikTok,
done
probably.
better? Even I feel like there's really not much here because ONIC PH definitely some really high IQ
That's
stuff
insane,
going on
bro.
on their
That's
side,
actually insane.
smothering
What
a
is
lot
going
of the plays.
on?
And even again, these engages, how do you even predict this angle? You see Brusco kick, you gotta react to it. Where are they coming from?
I'm gonna be
Far
honest,
away.
bro.
That's ridiculous from a team that doesn't have the diversion. That should be one of your main
ONIC
strengths. as a
ID
team
needs
that
to either
invested
pick
in
the
a
Chow or
Luyi.
ban the Chow.
Very rarely is the Luyi
They're gonna go
open
Chow
in the
every
draft,
game.
but ONIC PH made it seem like the Luyi was just another pick in the meta. Like
We
it
could already
wasn't
tell. They need to
even
ban
a
the Chow,
prio.
guys. They need to either
No,
pick
it wasn't.
or
That's why
ban
we
it.
were talking about it already, right? Like, once you saw the Loyi, I was instantly thinking about, all right, when
The
is the
Chow is a
Selena of
problem.
Super Prince
Did they
coming
go
out?
Chow in
Is
the
it going
first
to be
phase? They
coming
did
out in
not,
the
they
first
did not.
phase? It turns out it was
But that's because
the
they had a
last
Fanny.
pick.
They had a
What do you
Fanny.
do? I don't think it.
I'll check. I'll
Yeah,
check
you
after
ban it,
this.
and then you leave so many heroes open.
That's what
It-
I'm saying,
my
dude.
goodness.
Usually, I would have like a clear direction of where they need to go, but this time around,
Yeah,
it's
KAIRI
a bit
is
of a
a
toss to
little-
die. They have to have exceptional
little nervous.
performances.
Yeah, I
That's
don't know what's
only
going
game
on.
number 2. 2-0 so far in this best of 7 between both our ONIC organizations here at the Grand Finals.
Wow.
We're going to take a short break. Hopefully, we can come up with a solution for you guys at home. But until then, more MLB action in just a little bit.
Let's go see what happened the first game.
Aurora,
Faramis,
Faramis, great read.
all the
Yeah,
big
they're
laners
one
got-
with they're one.
Is it like Sicilian Farsa situation here?
Yep.
Sicilian Farsa, Aurora, like you said, Leo.
The one with
You
Genji
Aurora
for
now.
the first
Don't know if I
game.
want Aurora.
Yeah.
ONIC PH can actually still Selena. This is still a Selena-able lineup.
I don't know, but I don't
I
know.
agree with this child here. I don't know where this is.
Forced to play
Let's look at the first one.
conservatively.
Yeah. I want to see how KAIRI
It's
died.
taken down.
Into it and now
Like
gives
right
over
here,
the
right here.
kill.
Watch
More
this,
pressure
watch
for
this.
Purple first secured by the Sky King to slow down this
Watch
Gatot.
this.
And King Kong payload range.
Vengeance. Already used up by Kirk.
Look at
now.
KAIRI.
Double
What
jump
happened
again.
there? Wait, what happened there?
Kong payload range.
Vengeance. Already used up by Kirk now. Double jump again. Look, he able to jump all the way to the
Payload range.
Why did he go into that?
Vengeance. Already used
Look,
up by
the
Kirk
child did
now.
not even
Double
have
jump
ult.
again.
The
Look,
child
he
did
able to
not
jump
have
all the
ult.
way to the back. Going for it by Kirk.
But who did all that
Already used
damage
up by
there?
Kirk now. Double jump again. Look, he able to jump all the way to the back. Going
That's
for
what I
it by
mean.
Kirk.
Like,
That's there.
you could tell KAIRI's
Now
kind
double
of
jump
nervous
again.
here.
Look, he
King Kong payload range.
I don't know why he went inside
Vengeance.
this thing. Yeah, I
Already
don't
used
know
up
why
by
he went
Kirk now.
inside this.
Double jump again. Look, he able to jump all the way to the back. Going for it by Kirk. Gets the kill on
That's it,
KAIRI.
dude.
King Kong wins the wreck.
There. I'm so confused. This is what I mean. They're just nervous. They're playing like they're playing. I don't know, bro. They're just nervous, I guess. There's not much to say.
The grand finals continue for game number 3. It's looking like a sweep,
Maybe
boys,
they're
I'm not
just
gonna lie
like
to you.
mentally
It's
tired
looking
from the
really
first game.
difficult to
I mean,
play
they
a
had to
game,
play
and
what,
any
5
little mistakes
games?
that happen early
5
has
games? Did they get on the
snowballed
50-minute
out
break?
of Control.
Yes.
What do you do as Yeb here? Just get off your brother.
Super
Stop
friends,
it.
my no skin goat.
timeout.
Oh,
I don't know. I think he's just like.
I just realized
I
he's
mean,
using no
like,
skin.
we all get to go home
Yeah.
early.
Yeah, he's
I
using no skin. I just
suppose.
realized.
a win's a win.
It might be
Because
that.
it's a-
Yeah,
at
I
the
don't know. I
point
feel like
Of frustration. Like if you go
I'm,
3-0,
I'm getting the
that's gotta
vibe. They
hit
might be.
you in
Yeah,
the
they
morale.
might just be
If a
tired,
2-0
mentally
doesn't,
tired.
by 3-0, you gotta start sweating.
Yeah, I think you're already sweating
I feel
from,
like
from
they should do
first
this on
game.
a
How
separate
dominant it
day,
was,
you know what
right?
I mean?
Game 2 was
Playing
another
5
dominant game,
games
even more so than
back
game
to back
1.
to back to back
Despite
is
the
too
fanny
much.
ban, and now there are too many questions. There are too many questions. to answer.
Especially
Yeah,
tourney
I think
matches.
there are too
Tourney
many
matches
questions
takes
to
like
answer,
I don't
but
know,
I
bro.
totally
You
agree
get
with you that game number 1, if you were to
You
say
get really
like,
tired.
oh yeah, we fanny ban,
Bro,
we
trying
did
to
a
be
lot of
fake is
mistakes,
so
that's
bad.
kind of just like GG go next. I get it. Game number 2. Oh my goodness, what am I
Lower their
supposed
voice.
to do? And coming
What's your
into
command?
game
You mean lower their
number
voice?
3, if this doesn't go well, like Leo mentioned, it could just go downhill from
Lower a
here.
little
I was
bit.
about to
There we go.
present before ONIC PH banned the fanny is we've tried every single
there
permutation,
we go.
right? ONIC PH gets the fanny, lose. ONIC Esports bans the fanny, lose.
Yeah.
What if ONIC Esports plays to get the fanny, right? But
No.
Coach Why Not's not gonna allow it. Coach Adi has to think of something else.
I only want Kage's, bro.
Man,
They look mad
Eve's
tired. They
technically
do.
open
Yeah,
right
I
now
feel
for
like
ONIC
yeah. I mean like
Sports, if ONIC
Maybe.
PH
playing
maybe.
5
don't
games
get it
back
out,
to back is it's
Sans
a
has
little
been
tiring.
The face of Eve in all of the challenge finals. So yeah, the most prolific.
All right,
hero
Eve is
for
still
ONIC
open,
Esports
guys.
in the
Eve
run.
is still
Maybe.
open.
There is but one more ban.
Yeah.
Gatot, taken out by ONIC Esports. ONIC PH.
Kage, to be
Take out
honest.
the Eve. I'd just do good housekeeping.
I mean, it's a Yi v low Yi sort of trade here. That they
You
might
might go
consider
4-0.
for
Honestly,
setup.
bro,
And
Raiden, you're so
honestly,
right.
putting
You're
some
so
bricks
right.
on, like,
Another Selena against the Eve. We saw few do it.
I mean, we
This
seen
looks
him
so
do it before, but
one-sided.
he's-
The other
there
side
you go.
is
He
literally trolling.
does not care. Just get rid of the early game. Get
Like,
rid
what
of
is
the
going
lead.
on?
It's kind of interesting here. It does kind of say that ONIC PH might want to go for
The
E
team gap is too
slower.
much. Yeah, yeah.
Or faster. They might be setting up
Khalid
Matilda.
ban.
There you
Ooh.
go.
Allow for the Eve Louis
Bro,
trade
they
still,
took
and do it the
Matilda.
long way round, because once you
Whoa,
have the Eve on
Matilda
one side, you don't have to
and
rush on the
Harrod,
other.
bro.
Absolutely.
I don't think
They're
you wanna go
trolling
for
and
the
winning
lead.
exactly. That's
We'll
insane.
see. We'll see how this is gonna go, right? Because
In the
it's still
final.
considered a flex pick to get
Ooh,
again.
we got Yi. Yi was finally open,
Oh, Paramis Matilda.
Paramis Matilda.
but there is a Matilda and a Harrod. Those two are a counter for Yi. I think they were prepared.
Whoa,
This I meant. This I
Oh.
meant.
I think they were
Artists, yeah,
prepared.
They're getting really
Or to
desperate.
give up the
Definitely
Yi,
see
so they
Chronic
could
ID,
this is
right?
counter
They
pick with Harrod
They
and
tried so
Matilda.
many different things. They tried banning the fanny. They
Okay,
tried letting it
okay.
go. At this point, it's just we gotta throw them
ONIC
something that
ONIC
they
PH
haven't
though
experienced
do
before.
have
We gotta throw in the Martis and hopefully win. Like pray
I mean
win
ONIC
early.
ID.
It's won once.
They do have Sisi and Martis.
All of
Martis
challenge
is a
finals, yeah,
weird
there was one
pick.
game.
Yeah, it was
The
KAIRI.
KAIRI played Martis, but you
Look
still
at the
have
coach, yeah.
Alpha and the Nolan out there.
Martis in
And
his
it looks like
big
ONIC
age.
is gonna
Bro, I'm
go
telling you,
back
they're
way.
nervous, guys. They're
Should be the alpha
nervous.
here. And
Matilda out.
Red
Bro,
team,
Kyrie finally
yeah.
be second move with Zayn. I'm about to be depressed for years.
But hey, Matilda Alpha plus
Bro,
the
I'm
KAIRI
telling you
is
guys, they're
great
nervous.
against
Oh
Martis.
my
Yeah, Martis
God, the
wants to go
comp.
and, you know,
You guys
and
remember the
he'll
comp?
assassinate you with the decimate.
Do you guys
Denies
remember
it.
what this comp did?
Deny completely with the guiding
Matilda?
wind. And even
Alpha and
with
Harrod?
the Eve, technically, right? Like if you poke in and there's a guiding wind there to
Do you guys
always
remember
get
what
the
they did?
Alpha out, get him to dive and then go out too. It's really good for ONIC.
Do you guys
right
remember
now,
what
and
this
I think
comp
it's
did, guys? Do you guys
it's
remember?
So scary now because we've been seeing Kelra
They got
on
touched so
two
hard.
games in a row. Now that he gets the real
I'm happy
best goal
Moba's in
laner
his
the
bag.
game, Harith, after the Granger nerfs.
Stubbies.
What is he gonna do? Last time I saw Kelra on the Harith, he did
Nah,
nasty
bro.
things, man. He should be in jail for what he did on the Harith.
And this is just about time where some
Bro, I
heroes
feel
get
like
warmed up to the
They need to
Ranger,
ban, bro. They need to
Moscow
ban the
matchups.
Hylos.
Like,
Hylos
third
needs
time's
to
the
be
charm. Give
banned.
it to me again, coach. Give it to me again. Oh, it's a different gold laner.
Yeah.
Different flavor, man. It's a different game to be played. We see
That
the
ban
tick
that
coming in
tick,
from
that
the
is
side
an
of ONIC
interesting
PH.
ban.
Move on in towards that second phase here. How do they play this out? I am curious to see where this Matilda is gonna end up going. If
I'm
ONIC
really
Esports
curious to
has
see how
enough
this
supply space
this
in
match is
their
gonna
back
turn
line.
out.
I'd say make sure you know what.
Bro,
it's
can them
gonna
ban?
do.
Hurry up, bro.
Be
Hurry
on
up, guys.
Fritz.
Guys, hurry up.
Game 1 and 2, Prince was always just off the leash. So there's one more spot for ONIC Esports to ban at the final.
Who's the most broken? Honestly, bro, let's go with Harrod.
I mean,
I think Harrod might be the most broken one.
because we've seen it.
Harrod,
it's just so hard. They go for the Kirk
Moscow.
ban
It looks like
immediate,
Moscow is coming like.
and then the Moscow
I mean,
comes in.
it
here
might be
to go
because
up
it's just
against Harrod.
Severia.
Moscow
Severia
plays
is really good
against the
Moscow.
Harrod in lane, 'cause you can blink out of the synchrovision, but
Also,
Yeah,
Bruno
now
is still
what
really
if
good.
Onyx
Bruno,
wins left,
Ertho, they're
they
all really
want
good.
to be the ones on
I swear my hair does
against
don't
Matilda,
damage.
they wanna be
The red hair is growing on me.
Immortal safer
Yeah,
option,
same,
but
same.
against the Matilda.
I didn't like it at
the
first, but
sustain's
I
gonna
think
get you.
it
You're
looks
not
okay
able
now.
to shred, these guys quick enough.
I still think it is pretty important for ONIC Esports to probably
Moscow's a
just lock it,
conditional
go
pick.
Figure out
I
exactly
mean, to be
what
honest,
he
bro,
wants.
Severio, he's like a watching. I
Sorry,
mean,
lock it early
he's like a
before
watching Moscow, right? This
because
guy's every time he sees the
essentially,
Moscow
as we
open, he
ONIC
picks
believe,
it.
They don't lock in their mid laner.
He
on
always
purpose
picks
because
Moscow.
they
Whenever
know
it's
as
open,
that
he
flex, they're
always
most
picks
likely
it.
Going to when they do finish off their composition. And still
Imagine
being on
David
red
for
side,
your
the first
NCT
pick,
team as a
might see
coach.
that it could just be a double flex for all.
Bro, we're not getting past top 16.
This is one of the few times that you're flexing.
We are
in
not
this
getting
current
past
game.
top 16.
And mainly because this is just Prince, right? He's done it once in the finals, in the playoffs before. He can do it again. But
Bro,
I'm not-
doubted
I'm
my
not
skills,
gonna-
my
I don't
fault.
think you want to put a Matilda in
Sure,
just yet.
me, every moment saying.
About to find out here. A couple more seconds.
Guess who turned Ronaldo and
If
Messi?
anything, this is still a CC. And we need to start thinking about matchups.
Oh, what the
And
fuck?
so far, would you guys agree that it's currently one of the better?
Bro,
better
I'm getting tired, guys. Hurry
Yes,
up.
you were talking about,
Ooh,
getting a winning matchup
Lucas
against CC. That's
pick.
not a winning matchup against CC. That is actually
Wow.
a good lane for CC.
Yep.
But I guess for ONIC Philippines, they are just so confident that they got Kirk. They got the man who can make the Lucas
Ooh,
work.
Lucas
against CC.
pick, guys. This is
Did
interesting.
we not say the Edith into CC was a losing matchup for the Edith?
Alright, let's see what they're
Bullied
gonna
out.
pick as the
Kirk made it
master.
work.
Yep. Now ONIC need to finish off their
Loki hope is so I can
composition.
sleep.
The
Kaiser,
loyal
exactly.
get out, at least they don't have
Fun to
to
make my
worry
5-man
about
drink
the
protein and
TPA
cut
gauge.
weights
There you
before
go.
every
Lock
game.
here, the ahead as well. Really
W
doubling
coach,
down
bro.
on
That's
this
a
early.
W
This is a
coach.
gamble for ONIC Esports, right? They gotta win the early game. If they don't win the early game, then they are. Well, the part
Ooh,
is
Jawhead and
Yep. Not
to
so
watch
Kyrie
Kyrie fin and cry today.
Jawhead
I
sucks
doubt
on
it's
the
gonna
back
cry.
foot.
Honestly, like I said,
if you
I
lose
feel like they're
early
probably
game
mentally
against,
tired.
Lucas Matilda Alpha 2, Harith, that is a
They're probably
snowballing
tired
comp
as
that is just
fuck, bro, I'll
so
be
dirty.
honest.
And the jig isn't up just yet. You still don't know where this Matilda's going.
Tired of hearing Kyrie.
Prince,
Bro,
are you gonna
what?
play,
I said
Prince?
Kyrie like once or
Brusco,
twice.
Are you on the Matilda or is Prince on the Matilda?
Why is Renan
Selena
hating on my
is a
goal
good
today?
pick.
Crying at
Maybe.
F5.
Oh boy, he gets to play whatever he
Oh.
wants here. To be fair,
Weren't they like
10
top
seconds
3?
left on the clock
Weren't
to
Kyrie
that
team like
final
top 3 or the top 4?
composition here. And keep in mind, it's going to, if they win,
They were
this,
really
that
close.
means they'll be at match point. Oh, Novaria.
It's a first-time combo.
Whoa, there was top 3, top
Wait,
2.
what?
Damn. I mean,
But
that's
Wano,
understandable,
Yeah,
bro.
Exactly.
Novaria.
That is
Wano.
understandable.
Is this just a? It's just as a Prince thing. He's just like, guys, don't worry, don't think about it too much.
Novaria pick, bro. This is how you know they're not taking this shit seriously,
Goddamn
bro.
world.
Why are you
better
still
listen.
doubting?
Only
Novaria?
PH is not taking this seriously. What is going
This
on? What is that
An
comp?
unprecedented combination of heroes.
Yeah.
It is.
Number one, you don't get the Harith as often. Number
They
two,
lost
you
to
would
Brand in
draft,
game 7.
Lucas
That's
or
tough.
CC.
Game
Matilda's
7,
usually
bro.
banned, but putting the Novaria into the mix.
All the way to game 7?
There's only one way to find out,
Damn.
and that's to brawl it out in the land of dawn. Game number 3 is going to be under its way. Leo,
Bro, guys,
Greco,
owning
please
PH
take
is
it away.
literally
ONIC
trolling.
Philippines puts us and even you guys into the very seats in the shoes of ONIC Esports. as they
Novaria out with
baffle
Lucas
all of
Beam,
us,
bro. Lucas
taking
Beam,
a
dude,
quick
that's
turn
not do
in the
that much
draft
damage.
because we're all wondering, like, what are
Lucas
they
Beam
doing
does
and
not
how
do
they
that
do
much
it
damage.
as we go into game number 3, 1 point away from match point in this championship bout.
They're
It was
literally
such a
trolling, bro.
grueling
They're
climb
literally
for ONIC
trolling.
ID from a shaky
Automatic
performance in the
hit.
group stage, just climbing and climbing again in the
Now, hold on.
playoffs. Knocked
PH
down
win
by
this one?
TLID,
Gonna be my next
beating
team.
them by 1 game in the lower
Swear,
bracket
super
finals.
fan.
So they
He
beat the
is, he
gods
is.
of the
Raiden, he
game,
is.
Getting 2-0 in the first 2, and now
Bro, one was Selena, and now he's picking.
ONIC comfort pick on
Novaria.
Suns. They must stabilize. They must look to pull up
He's
a
just
fight
having
here.
fun, bro. He's just having
And
fun.
they start by setting up in the early. Game 1 and 2, the early game belonged to the Super family. Now they're holding their ground, and they
Got the
could do
nonchalant
that by
aura on God.
securing, the buffs by having priority in the lanes and by threatening early
Nonchalant
damage. And luckily
aura.
they have the kit to do just that. Brusco kicked out of the fence brush here. Keyboy on the Jawhead. It's been a while since Keyboy actually got his hands on a Jawhead.
Bro, no Purify. What the
this.
fuck?
And yeah, this is a
No
better
Purify
start,
from
than ever in this series. It's best
Matilda,
of
that is
7.
interesting.
ONIC Esports up by like 100, 200.
Now I'm the good
First
at
time
being
in a while.
nonchalant.
First
I
time in a
believe that.
while, but it is kind of expected with a Mortis and a Jawhead, they will just have so
Ooh,
much
they're
more kill
looking to
pressure in
camp.
the
They're
early
looking to
game.
camp
For
the
ONIC
CC.
Philippines, it's about waiting and weathering the storm.
I'll be honest with you.
They're
I don't
waiting
know
for
what
us to
it's
use the
about
dash
just
skill.
yet, because we don't see the Matilda and Novaria in the same draft. Not as often. So we're still looking for the synergy. We're still looking for what ONIC PH's winning image is.
Look like the alpha
against
went back
ONIC
to her
Esports'
his
draft, because
red buff.
so far, game 1 and 2 have been on point. For this one,
Tell me
they
why
have
my
a
grandma is still
abstract
awake.
on
I can
us.
hear live.
First turtle spawned, lower quarter. First of the
Bro,
series,
how
of
many
course.
people is in
The
your
team
house?
with priority, Super Friends sent home.
How many people is in your house,
ONIC
bro?
ID
What the
finally
fuck?
with the control over turtle number 1. This could be their first turtle in the series. All
Ooh,
of the games
KAIRI
before
is
this, it has been
taking the
ONIC
turtle.
Philippines
Wow.
dominating from turtle 1, and there you go. ONIC
That is
Esports
surprising.
finally
They're
get
actually
their
winning
first
early game.
turtle in the grand finals.
Like 5 extra,
Up by
6. God
500
damn.
gold. They've
They should
made
got big
all
ass
the
family. They do,
decisions
yes,
so
we
far
do.
in the first 2.5 minutes of the game. ONIC PH, we've still yet to see what they bring on an offensive level, because we know that
Okay,
they're
I
good at
mean,
dodging
hey,
real-world
KAIRI
manipulations.
is starting to take
We
a
know
lead
that
here. They're
going
up
to stay in these
700.
team fights, and we know that eventually, when it gets down to it, when we're playing in the
They're
paint,
taking the lead.
Kelra should still win against Avero, but we're not at that point just yet.
Nope. Not just yet. And for ONIC Philippines, again, it might just be a case of them weathering the storm. They know exactly how much ONIC Esports' composition can snowball. With Kibo in the Jawhead, with a Martis too, it would just be, the smarter option to not fight for the
Nah,
first
bro, I
few
can't
neutral
stop
objectives,
yawning.
to wait
I
for King
literally
Kong to
cannot
reach
stop
some power
yawning.
spikes, maybe defensive power spikes actually, to deal with the crazy damage that will be a part of ONIC Esports win condition in that early game.
I hear you.
Alright, I mean, hey, ONIC ID is slowly starting to take lead here.
ONIC PH taking it slow. Couple
Gotta
of
start
items being
copying King
built
Kong
here, key
rotation.
items, still nothing fully built just yet. Couple of war
I mean,
axes
it's nothing
for
special. It's
King
nothing
Kong.
special.
For KAIRI though, already a Hunter's Strike. He is up on King Kong by about 100 gold.
It's a pretty
And,
basic rotation.
Yeah, this is good news for all the Indonesian Sonics. He's
Nothing
on the
too
same level
crazy.
now. So he's getting a healthy amount of farm. Propping up for this second turtle. Lower quarter still. The ejector on a Kirk.
Ooh, Lucas might be dead here.
As the Vengeance
Lucas.
still gets curtain called.
Wow, he didn't want to
Melted
use the
down by
Vengeance.
Lutpi on the CC. The winning matchup for
Lucas
ONIC
did not want to
ID.
use
Now
the Vengeance
900
there.
gold lead. Back down to 700.
Copying everything
Look,
step by step.
trade
God
up
damn.
top. Savero, good read into this. Will stay in the bushes, soaking up a bit of the minion waves. Last hitting.
What lane I think is the
and the
hardest?
rest of the team comes to help him out. But Kelra has done a lot of damage already.
Honestly, bro,
to that
gold lane.
turret
Gold lane is
shield.
probably the
Able to
hardest.
mirror that play
Whoa.
on to Kirk down bottom.
Gold lane is probably the
All
hardest
losing
because,
matchup.
yeah,
I'd
marksman,
say
exactly.
any 4v1
Yeah, I
is
feel like
losing matchup, Mirko.
they're getting
They
invaded
will
like
convert that
crazy.
into a turret and a turtle. Still nothing on the board for ONIC PH. Lutpi kicking Brusco.
Bro,
out of that
ONIC
rush.
ID, they're up almost 2,000.
Esports,
They're taking the
so far
lead.
they've done amazing for themselves here. Astral Echo, though, will reveal 2 Keyboy. No crazy flanks.
They're
and
doing really good this
Philippines
match.
take back control over the turtle. Star Shadow coming down, red tree battle. KAIRI
Ooh,
wins it now.
KAIRI with the red
jumping
tree.
to Kirk, has the Vengeance, King Kong curtain called, but it's the guiding win to get them out. Still, though, Kirk retaliating a bit with some damage back again.
Everyone
No
says roam. I mean, that
casualties
is
in that skirmish.
that is
First 5
incorrect. I mean,
minutes,
yeah, that's
ONIC PH are still
I could see
somewhat
why.
comfortable fighting within the real world manipulation. Once Sans gets a few more items, then
I could
maybe
see
that'll
why.
change.
Roam is pretty hard.
32,000 gold ahead. ONIC Esports are enjoying this time in the early game. Post laning, ONIC PH can only get 1 turret. and that
Alright,
is
I mean,
tier
hey,
1 down
ONIC
bottom.
ID is
So Kirk
slowly starting
recovering
to
very well.
take a
Seems
huge
it's
lead. They're
Kelra
up.
who now has to find farm elsewhere.
They're up
Savero
2,000.
takes that tier 1 on top.
Yep. Good deny to the minion wave, or to that cannon minion too. Just
And the
waiting
red
for the
is
last hit
stolen
there
by
for the
KAIRI.
Lord, and now finally shoving back in again. So, at least with Kelra leaving that lane, he will also be punished by it. ONIC Esports steadily growing this lead now.
The Sky King
They're up
does secure
2,400.
himself an orange buff on the upper side of the map. So that's Grand Theft Orange for ONIC Esports, allowing them to barrel forward once more.
In my opinion, the
2,500
hardest
gold
lane.
now as King Kong
What is it? What is it?
now on the back foot. Shoes on the other foot, this time looking for an engage.
Ooh,
Astral
they're
Echo
looking to
starts
fight. They're looking to fight. They're looking to
Clean
fight.
eagle from Brusco, back and forth still. No
They're
commitment
going in, they're
down.
going in.
Kirk just dives in. Mortal Coil defensively. almost
Not
Kirk
enough
finding the
damage.
angle, the ejector to pull him back though. And
Damn.
Keyboy flickers out into the
That
RWM,
Eve is a
the
problem.
safe space. Lutpi gets caught by the Star Shatter, and it ends up being Kirk.
Gotta be
traded
Argus
for
lane because his solo
nothing.
per
A
Argus has
0-2-0
health.
stat line for the XP of ONIC.
Bro, what are you
Almost, but
saying?
not quite. You're seeing now what
Argus lane?
ONIC PH might be planning for.
EXP?
Started with an Astral Echoes, so that means Kirk's Beast
Are you
form
saying
will
EXP lane is
bite
the
down onto
hardest?
more targets, short range, and then eventually will hit more once he hits the
That's the
Shockwave Blast,
Steve
but
Trevino.
there's not enough items on ONIC PH just yet. They're really,
Bro, I'm
really,
about to crash. I'm about to
Tremors
like.
of the streak and gold
Ooh,
lead.
that Jawhead is a problem.
Decimated by KAIRI in return.
Bro,
Astral
that
Echo
Jawhead
saw
is a
KAIRI
problem.
kick out for the retreat battle. Now KAIRI jumps into the mortal coil, still wins
now
it
they're
out.
taken by
Savant
KAIRI.
Force from Kelra.
Turtle.
Good disengage from ONIC Esports.
Bro, now I see
Surgical,
why they
yeah.
banned the Jawhead.
You
The
ask me,
Jawhead is
that's a
kind of
mirrored
crazy.
Play. ONIC PH did the very same thing.
This
against
Jawhead
ONIC
is kinda
Esports
cracked.
in a game or two past this series. They
They're almost
could've
at
won more,
4,000.
but
That's
they
a
decided,
huge
you know what, we'll
lead.
take the turtle, we'll take one kill, and then we'll back off. Now the orange once again threatened away from King Kong, and he's not even near.
I'm not
Prime.
seeing,
He's all the way down,
much
taken
aggressive
buff
play
after
from
buff,
ONIC
camp after camp,
ID.
slowly but surely. Quick update: King Kong is down 1,000 gold now.
Even though they have really aggressive team comp with
XP-wise, he's not
Matilda
that
and
far behind,
Alpha.
right? Just a half almost.
But I
of a
guess it's
bar
because they have
behind of
Navaria.
KAIRI. As he gets his orange
They can't
buff,
really
it will
play too
be
aggressive.
a bigger lead for KAIRI, but still quite impressive. Astral Echo Severo
Ooh.
gets the help of Keyboy with the ejector. It's actually ONIC Philippines who are stopping
Navaria
ONIC
pick is
Esports, and again,
so
Kirk is
interesting.
actually
Why are
still
they picking
shoving down
Navaria?
below. So
Maybe
they'll
they're
have
testing
an
out the
extra
comps,
wave to
I'm not
play
too
with.
sure.
Kirk will just continue the push down below. Might be a tier 2 taken. Wait, is he going to sacrifice his life for this?
No, he's not. There's a wave coming through.
Well, he is.
Let's see,
Ooh,
it's just
they're
KAIRI
taking a
seeing
turn
so
here.
far.
Wow.
KAIRI and Severo pincer maneuver on the Kirk.
The sacrifice for
Honestly,
the
yeah,
tier
yeah.
2
They might just be
Decimate.
practicing
It's to
some
buy
comps here.
space. I guess for Kelra up top to get farm as well. He knows
For
there's not really
every
that
game,
big
yeah,
of a
yeah.
bounty
I
on
think
him.
so too.
He is 0-3 or was 0-3 before that.
They're
death.
probably testing out the
So,
Navaria.
Not that
new
much gold
Navaria
given
buff.
for what they can get back.
Now the math checks out. So instead of pushing through
Calculated
the 4K gold lead, yeah.
They're probably
he
testing
instead
out
keeps it down
Navaria,
to a manageable
about new
2,500,
buff.
3,000.
like with
ONIC
M6
PH taking a
TL
slow
ID.
route here, still
I don't
haven't seen
remember,
the
but
payoff of this
I
less
believe
than
that.
orthodox draft. We see some glimpses of brilliance, you know, the echoes into a Zaman Force, echoes
Alright,
into a
Quiz
Spear of
Wing
Alpha,
bought by
echoes
Alpha.
into a bite from Kirk, but just not there yet. Kirk almost to his Thunderbelt here. All this while Lutpi having a time
They
of his
lost game
life.
to see if they can be
Has
Bruno
both
pick with
War
other
Axe
heroes.
and the
Wait,
Blue Force
really?
best
What the
play. I
fuck?
understand why ONIC can't really just
Bro, they're
dive
so
in and,
confident.
you know,
It's
keep themselves
insane.
in the fight. You have to respect Lutpi.
They're so confident. That's
Looking
insane.
starting to deal damage. Irithel as well. Savero constantly just.
They're testing
scaling
out
up,
fucking
becoming a threat as we get into the big
draft
game.
in the
And it's
M6. It's kind of crazy.
ONIC Philippines still trying to get King Kong to level 13 to match. up
Even though
against KAIRI.
ONIC ID is
Contribution
up
Keyboy.
to 2,500,
That's
is
the
it?
only
It like it
way
doesn't
to
feel like they're up.
Lord now
I don't know
down to
why.
a fifth of its health, a tenth, and there's an ejector.
Vengeance there as well. Savant Force coming out. Kelra still go back
took
and
that?
forth, and now it's Kirk with a kill back.
KAIRI
Slain
took
by
another
Kai,
lawyer.
but they lose 3 members.
Holy, 3
Savero
down for the
gets a
blue
kill,
side. That
but
is
it's
not
only
good.
out to the roamer in Blue Skull.
That is
A
not
Star
good for
Shatter from Super Fritz
ONIC
and
ONIC
a
ID.
mid lane tier 1.
Suddenly the snap. This
Wow,
is
this might be
the moment
okay.
ONIC
Yeah,
PH
it looks
was
like
setting
the
up for
Oh
the fact
my
that
ONIC
ONIC
ID might be
Esports
taking the
could
lead
not
here.
get to Kelra, could not
They
shut
said that in the
down
post interview. That is
Filipino
insane,
Savage.
bro.
Made all the difference.
is
Look at
insane.
that. Tier 2 all the way in.
ONIC ID
Orange
might be
for
taking
King
the lead
Kong.
here, guys.
Call it a plot twist.
In case you guys were thinking,
That's
you
the
know,
thing
there's a
about the
bit of
lore,
hopium
guys.
that
That's the
we
thing
were
about the
talking
lore.
about
Even if you
weathering
get
the
the lore, but you
weathering the
lose like
storm,
3
not
people, that's a
playing for,
huge,
the early
huge
objectives.
loss.
Here's the result. Waiting for the power spike. Waiting
That's
to
a
get
huge loss.
over ONIC Esports. Oh, power
Oh!
spike! The burst from Kelra!
Oh, what
And
happened?
the Star Shatter perfectly balanced by Super Prince
Bro, that
and
CC got
Kelra.
bursted like crazy.
Ironic that we were just saying respect Lutpi, but Lutpi did not respect the range of ONIC PH's engagement.
What happened there? I have
Sure,
no idea.
They did lose
So-
a tier 2 up top, but just to save the fight,
Another
the
kill?
King of Suns!
Another kill?
Kelra goes in. The
Another
RWM
kill!
is nothing to Kelra. KAIRI
Bro,
forced
that
to run
Harrod
away.
damage
2
is
members down.
crazy. What is
Keyboy
going on?
concealed defensively. Kirk is chasing him down. The ejector used
Novaria
to
ulted
run
Harrod
away, and now it's ONIC Philippines. We're calling the shots.
Minor
Damn, alright, they're taking the lead,
objective
guys.
scored by
They're
ONIC
only down
Esports here,
200
from
now.
top down bottom, given there is just about a minute left before those collapse.
They caught
Check
up,
out
they
the
caught up. They were
item
down like
builds here.
3,000,
Slowly
now they
but
caught
surely,
up.
ONIC PH are now winning across 3 different lanes. Still a little bit
And
of
now
a
they're ahead,
catch-up
they're ahead now, they're ahead.
for
They
ONIC
have taken the
to
lead.
do, as ONIC Esports' jungler KAIRI is winning.
They
out
have
on
taken the
that
lead.
front
That's
from 200
insane, bro. That
gold.
is insane.
But this is a very specific way of jungling. ONIC PH showing us versatility. ONIC PH showing us that it's not just about the stomps, not just about going max speed, not just letting it rip.
I really
They can
feel
also
like
play a very calculated
ONIC ID was just
play
testing
style.
out
This
different
is
stuff
what
here.
ONIC PH is
This
doing with
match,
this
you can just tell.
The 4,000 gold lead that ONIC had.
They're testing out Novaria and like
Majority
different
of this
jungle
game
routes,
is
stuff like that.
completely gone. It has gone back to ONIC Philippines' pockets. And now it's a 10 goal lead for ONIC Philippines. That Lord advantage was catastrophic.
Damn, they went down by
Negative
2,000 after
2K
the
on
Lord.
board. The turret damage. At least they were
That
able
gotta
to get
hurt.
some structures. Rose gold for KAIRI. This is a completely different Martis from what we've seen earlier, you know, in this tournament, in the Challenge Finals playoffs. It is, by the way, still KAIRI going for Hunter Strike BOD before that Rose Gold Meteor, so he's still packing a punch. But as we get towards the later stage, that punch will decay.
Yep,
All right, the goal difference is
now ready
not that
to
much.
rumble.
They're pretty even.
Brusco is ready to weave in and out his cores. And Super Prince is
It looks like
also
ONIC PH is
sniping
caught
from
up.
downtown. Super Prince is rocking a lantern
The Yves is a problem,
A
but the
book?
Yves hurts.
and the wand. So even Keyboy can't really check waves anymore. Can't check bushes.
Oh, they're going in, they're going in, they're going in. That's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. That's a
Really
lot of damage. A
Kelra
lot of
diving
damage.
alone
Oh
again.
my
Kelra
god.
continues.
Oh
Has
my
concentrated
god.
energy, will
Wrestling
get
over.
another. It's a double for Kelra. It's a triple
Nah,
kill for
bro,
Kelra.
what?
And he's going wild. Another
Maniac?
one as he goes in for the dash.
Oh
A
my god.
Maniac
Savage.
for Kelra.
I can smell a savage. I can smell
Savage.
a savage.
Savage.
And he doesn't get it. Super Prince instead scores.
Oh,
the
someone
final
took it. Someone
one.
took it. Someone took
Bow
it.
down to the god in the gold.
No, the
lane.
Novaria took it. The
Kelra
Novaria took it.
has taken control.
Bro, that's
of
insane, bro. What is going
everything.
on?
The god had to fold to the monster. As
Bro,
the final
David,
touch
do you
is put
see?
onto the base.
Do you
ONIC
see?
Philippines
Do you see what happened when these
at
Novaria
match
ultimate,
point.
right? That Novaria ultimate
What
gave
do
so
you
much
do?
range to the Harrod, to the Matilda.
Climbing
That was
Mount
insane.
Olympus.
The only reason he did all
past
that is because of Novaria
Liquid
ultimate.
ID in the lower bracket finals, only just
The
been
range
smitten
it
down
gives so
again
much
by the
benefit in
gods of the
teamfights.
game.
And not to mention, these gods decided to have a side project.
Bro,
They
Novaria
just
buff, bro,
decided to
Novaria didn't even
paint
get
a
that much
little
big of a
painting,
buff.
write a
And I
little
feel like it was
song,
a
show us
nerf.
little bit of art, putting on
Look at them
display
laughing.
a
They were
brand of
trolling, bro. You
LPB
could
we
tell.
have
They
yet
were
to see
trolling. They were,
in the grand finals. This is a
they were
slow
just
roll. Did you
testing
see
out
that?
Yep. Put
comps.
that
They were
Harrod
testing out
on a
draft.
base. That was disgusting. And I think we need
Bro,
to
I feel
have
like
an honest
Novaria
to
was a
God
nerf, bro.
conversation.
It was we were more of a nerf than a buff.
This, or at least for I personally, I was debating with Hudson.
Bro,
talking about
Harrod is
nerfing.
crazy. What
If
is
Harrod
that?
ain't the problem, maybe Starlight Scythe is the problem. There's a lot of true damage that's just.
Can they pull a
getting
move
through.
and
It's just-
Zane?
what do you
I
do
doubt
against
it. I
this?
doubt it.
What do you do against this?
This is
man?
not.
I don't like
Bro, the thing
item
about that
nerfs
3-0
because
from
they
Mobile Zane,
have a
bro.
tendency to
Basic
deal
is so
collateral
ass, bro.
damage. You have
Basic
the
is
heroes
so
that are
garbage. I
just
was
live
watching.
their
I was
very
watching.
life,
Basic
not as broken
is
as
so
Harrod.
bad,
So
bro.
I'd
Listen,
say
listen.
it's the
Basic
little
was
boy.
getting
It's the
Gappa
little boy that
Nixon.
needs to be put down.
The marksman that I play with,
You were
bro.
already foreshadowing
He's not
this,
that
right?
good. The
You-
marksman
there
that
was
marksman
2
that I play
games of
with is
Granger
not that
before
good.
this.
Yep.
That was the
He's
Granger.
okay,
That was
but, like-
the second best gold laner.
But Basic is a
Pick.
professional player. You're gonna
This is the
gap.
best.
You're gonna
and
beat.
You give it to
like-
Kelra, it's just, oh my
You're gonna shit him by
Look,
him.
look at his build. He's so confident that he's just like Blood Wings. Who
Yeah.
needs more damage?
Who?
Give me
Nixon.
concentrated
The
energy.
Ixia,
Let
the
me
global
just
Ixia.
sustain through the
Yes,
damage
yes.
as expected, and ONIC they just got blown away. ONIC ID.
He was
not
beating him in a
hold candle
1v1.
right now to them. It's just. I don't
Basic
even know
is
what to
so
say.
ass,
Even
bro.
from a
Basic is
drafting
bad.
Perspective, right? It is weird to see Harith into the Matilda straight.
Basic is not
And on
that
top
good.
of that, with the rest
He
of
was
the
only
way
good
they
at split
played
pushing,
out,
that's it.
Having the alpha already in, sure. Lucas Novaria as your last two
His goal is
picks.
mid. I mean, yeah,
What
it's
is going
okay.
on?
It's okay. He usually gets
I
gap
mean,
at any
credit
good
where credit
players.
is due.
It's
Kirk
okay.
had to bite down on it. He had to hunker down and say, yeah, I'm gonna have to do some hard work here. And he did. What's the final?
Damn,
KDA on
another
the
MVP
young
goes to
XP
goal
laner?
winner.
4 and 5.
1, 4, and 5. There was a time where it was 0, 4, and 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I think, I mean, he's just...
Oh my
Bro, what
he's
happened,
literally
bro?
a vengeance bot. He's just come in,
Yeah.
press vengeance, push people. All right, Kelra, do the thing.
He's definitely the unsung hero of this game, right? Because Kelra
Bro
would
was
not have
talking.
gotten the space that he got in this game.
Bro, the
if it
alpha
wasn't
didn't even
for
do
Kirk's
anything this
sacrifice.
game.
That
Look at
tier
the
2
alpha damage,
sacrifice
guys.
down
Look at
below
the alpha
brought just
damage.
enough members away from
The
top
alpha
side of
wasn't
map
even.
for
He did
Kelra
less
again
damage
to
than the fucking
come in,
Matilda.
clear the waves for him to go back to mid lane and have a good time scaling back up despite
Look at the Harry
forecasted
damage,
goalie for ONIC
62,000.
And that's
Wow.
what makes this draft by ONIC Philippines all the more a masterpiece. It's very rare that,
Damn.
number one, you see a flex in the draft. They pulled that off here. They kept all of us at the edge of our seats. Number two is, it's very
Novaria
rare to
did
see
more
a 4
damage.
and 1 on
I
all
mean,
the
Novaria is
funnel
supposed to do
draft
more
in
damage.
the
Novaria is all
Kirk
about
and
is
they
all about
pulled that off
poking.
too.
Look at this.
That's not surprising.
XP draft. We're looking like, hey, look, we're the
The outplay with MOBAs. It was. I saw the Paquito, right? The
Dips
Paquito.
down into the Pacific. What is happening here?
There
You're
was
talking about
another
Paquito?
slight dip, like before
Bro, look at the
full
graph,
on
yo.
right
Look
now.
at the
Oh,
graph.
was
You
it?
guys see the
And then,
graph?
ah!
Yeah, I
That
remember
was
that.
a 13-minute mark.
Look
It
at
went
that
from,
graph.
like,
What the
a roller
fuck?
coaster to skydiving.
Kyrie was winning the entire game until
Just
boom,
straight
no
late
cables.
game, it went
No
With
downhill.
no
cables.
say, it just boom,
Just gone.
drop dead.
7-0-4 coming in from Kelra here. He
Dude.
was given the space.
Basically
yes,
gotta
he
be the
was
worst.
given
He
the fun
is,
here.
bro.
And yes,
He
as you mentioned,
is.
that
He
tier 2
is.
sacrifice coming in from your
Bro
boy,
be yapping way too much
Lucas
too.
did allow Kelra to actually
Anyone
get the
that
whole
talks a
crystal
lot,
off
they're not that good of a
Yeah,
player.
the Kirkitek built the house. Kelra lived in it.
He renovated it.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
man.
Nice
Yes,
place
Marquito
down
is.
here.
Marquito is. I agree with
Mind
that.
if I
He is.
sleep?
This goes there. This goes there.
Marquito is probably
Oh, my
better than
trophies
Hoon.
in Here, let's put a Suns here. Ludwig over there. I mean, look at the way that this.
Severo here.
He's
No,
so
I mean, just look at the way
nonchalant
that
too.
these
What,
fights
what does
went
that
up
even
right
mean,
now,
bro?
Right? The lead that we see from ONIC Esports, initially it was looking good, but it comes with conditions, and a lot
That's
of it just comes down
insane,
to
bro. What
the
happened?
placement of the RWM. You need to make sure that your anchor is strong, embedded, so that your ship doesn't.
I mean, I was
just
watching
move
the.
away.
I wasn't watching the
Our
entire
kids were
game.
just
I
like,
was doing my homework while I was
Smack
you
that
know,
out of
watching
the
at the
way.
same
No
time.
anchor.
There were several smacks in this
But yeah, I
game,
remember. I
several
remember
knockout punches,
Marquito doing
too.
really good.
I mean, ONIC PH, oh, sorry, Kirk took it like a champ, and then the entire ONIC took it like a champ. Oh, man.
No, it's your turn.
Yeah, it's almost like they have Kirk to take the punches and Kelra dish
That's
out
insane, bro. That
It's-
is
yeah.
insane.
Among
one
those
to
rules.
take, one to
Yeah.
throw. And Kelra threw big haymakers,
Yeah.
man.
Kirk
He
Hit the
knocked out
Discord? I bet.
everyone.
Just the hardest puncher is Kelra. Kirk
yeah.
unfortunately just has to soak him. Just stop. Kelra, are you ready yet? No.
Look, see, he's happy to do it. He's happy to do it. See?
One
What
more
happened?
time,
What
Kelra.
happened?
I can take it. I
Oh
can
my
take
God.
it, sir. You can see even the management in the back was just like,
Dude, they see this all the time in scrims probably, right? They see Kelra do this all the time.
Are you
but
guys talking
they're
about the
still
EXP?
amazed. They're still at awe. Seeing
mean,
it
to be fair,
live
bro.
in a grand final.
Could have sworn if I could read.
Oh,
the
Minsa's
draft
crashing
set, they got
out,
away
but
with
it is not surprising,
They
guys.
did
It is not.
oh, that's wild. That's
Only
going
PH
currently
won
on
M6.
for
They were
ONIC
dominating the
PH.
entire
We're gonna go on
M6.
a short break. The international grand final scrims will continue
Bro,
here at the
Only
SPS
PH was
right after
literally
these messages.
3-0 every team, bro. Like 3-0 every fucking team. So it's not surprising that they're winning. The other team is just better, that's all. Only PH needs a nerf, they did, dude. They came out of nowhere, bro. They came out of nowhere. Bro, Misty did pretty good
nice
gold
to watch
at
with
M6.
family and friends because it's fun.
I wasn't
uh,
watching M6. I'm not
cheering
gonna lie,
them
bro.
and
I was
watching
not
live.
watching
In
M6.
my first day at here, I go to
He gets away.
Let's see what happened. Let's see what
Don't you
happened.
have back foot?
Let me see
Still,
where
though,
went everything, like where
there yet.
everything went
Kirk
wrong, you know?
Almost.
Because
to
they were
lose
winning.
This
Only
tournament in the
PH, I
challenge
mean,
finals
ID
played down again
was
by
winning.
the guy.
sniping from downtown.
That meet negative two.
Let's go back to
Running
lore fight. I think
had
that's when it started
Only
losing, right?
Minor
to run,
his engagements.
waiting for the power spike, waiting to get over ONIC Esports. Oh, power spike! The burst!
Yeah, right here.
My
Like
Right
ONIC
here.
goodness.
Esports could.
Okay, right here. What happened here?
Respond. Up against KAIRI on the retribution.
Bro, it's because of
keyboard.
Novaria. Novaria's really
See
good
what
at lore
happened
fight.
here.
Novaria
Respawn.
ultimate gives a
Lord now down
huge
to a fifth of its health, a tenth,
advantage.
And there's an ejector.
Vengeance there as well. Mod Force coming out. Kelrus to go back and forth.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
now
yeah.
it's
Bro,
Kurt
look at
with
the
a kill
Novaria.
back. Lord slain by Kai, but
Look
they
at the
lose
Novaria.
3 members.
What
With
happened
a kill
there?
back. Vengeance there as well. Mod Force coming out. Kelrus to go back and forth, and now it's Kurt with a kill back. Lord slain by Mod Force.
Yeah, the Novaria was a big
Lord now down
advantage
to a
for the
fifth
Lord
of its
fight.
health, a 10th, and there's an injector.
Vengeance there as well. Mod Force coming out.
I'm not gonna
Kelrus
lie,
to go
bro.
back.
I'm not gonna lie. That Jaha throw was
10th,
disgusting.
And there's an injector.
First of all,
Vengeance
why
there
are
as
you
well. Mod Force coming
throwing?
out. Kelrus to go back and forth.
Yeah, yeah, that Jaha
Vengeance
throw.
there
Why the
is
fuck are you
Vengeance
throwing
there as well. Mod Force
at
coming out.
Lucas
Kelrus
with
to go back and
vengeance?
forth, and now it's Kurt with a.
Bro, this makes no sense. He had flicker too.
Lord now down
He
to a
literally
fifth
had
of its
flicker.
health,
He
a
could have threw the
10th,
alpha
and there's an
better
injector.
Lucas.
Vengeance there as well. Mod Force coming
With
out.
the
Kelrus
vengeance?
to go back and forth, and now it's Kurt with a kill.
Yeah,
back.
the
Lord slain
fucking-
by Kai.
Snap this.
He kind of sold. The Jawhead was doing good the entire game. The Jawhead's doing good the entire game until that throwing a fucking Lucas with vengeance. What the fuck? The Lucas is also immune to CC, by the way. Whenever he transforms, he's immune to CC. So the vengeance is already like doing so much damage. On top of that, you have this transformation that you literally cannot stop. You cannot stop it. Like, what was that? What's the point of throwing a fucking Lucas? He could have thrown Alpha. The Alpha was right beside him. But instead at Lucas. Alright. I mean, yeah, I guess that's why they lost so much people there. Mobazin can't get one game out of them. Mobazin cannot, bro. Mobazin cannot. Mobazin cannot. I doubt it. I feel like Mobazin is a two-trick hero, bro. No hate to him. Like, oh, he did? Damn. Alright, that's W. I'll be honest. It's probably because they're trolling. I'll be honest. It might have been because they're trolling. You could tell that they're the type of team to troll. Look at them. They're trolling. They're literally testing out drafts, picking some weird ass heroes that we're not.
And the grand finals continues. Match
Surprising, I'm
point
surprised.
For ONIC PH up against ONIC Esports.
Alright, hopefully this is the last game, bro.
3-0
Like,
is the score.
KAIRI's not
Potential
winning, guys.
clean
KAIRI
sweep
is not winning.
Could be underway to complete the saga of the Sonics Philippines.
Oh,
Anyways,
that was the
boys,
first game. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know what to. I was thinking.
okay, I believe they were trolling, guys. I know you guys are saying no, but yeah, if that's their first loss, they were probably trolling.
Live up to that moniker of being overpowered here at SPS.
This guy's at the top of team to be trolling.
Here, Severo has barely gotten to play the game.
So I
while
wouldn't be
Kelra
surprised if they
is
were
getting
actually
savage as
trolling.
well. Should have been a savage, stolen by friends. Game.
Game is game, friends. Game is game. Nice one. Nice kill.
One thing is to say you deserve.
Nah, their marksman is
to
crazy,
belong in
bro.
ONIC Esports, right?
Yep.
But it's another to say.
Kelra
that
is
you can
actually
beat
insane. What the
Filipino
fuck?
Savage, the gold standard, the god in the gold lane.
I see why he got
And
MVP
that's
for
what
him.
Severo's facing now. So
He's kind of cracked.
maybe that's not where it starts. Maybe alleviate a little bit of pressure from the young man. But where does that leave you, right? ONIC PH has proven that they can beat ONIC Esports by not just attacking the jungle in the EXP, because they didn't have to think about gold. They have, in Game 3, denied
I'm the
Sans
type
his
of
power
person to
pick.
troll too.
saying
I'll
you
troll
can-
myself all the
you
way
can
down
have
to
Eve
Mythic 1
beat
with the
this.
1 star.
They're just better.
They
Bro,
really are.
1 star?
They really are. So coming into this very, potentially this final draft.
carry
of the
David
International
to
Grand
Mythic
Final
1.
scrims here at the SBS.
I can't wait for the Phenop skin.
Because can you imagine that these
Wait,
guys
what
are
is it again? I
consistent
forgot. What
scrim
was
fighters?
it?
They deal with this every
Was Brody?
other
Was
day.
it Brody?
Big bro, stop it! Stop it! You
Okay,
stepped on my
Kaiser
toes,
did,
Are you
W
man.
saying
Kaiser,
Big
bro,
Bro
W
is on
Kaiser.
PH now?
I mean,
It's whoever's the world champion.
Oh,
at
it's
that
Joy.
time.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, cool.
Beatrix
so prior, it was
again?
the
What the
MSC
fuck?
champion from 2023. They were Big Bro. All right.
they were big bro for a while. and
Beatrix
then big
again, bro.
Little
What?
bro just
grew up.
turned up, man. They were like,
He hit puberty and he's just like, well,
M6.
what's happening?
Yep.
When did you become 7 feet tall? We're Asian.
I'm Big Bro now.
I'm big bro now. Sans and even Super
Might have
Friends,
to cop
you're looking
Joy.
at the
Bro, you're
stats and it's
wait.
dude,
You
it's
don't
not
have
like
Joy?
Sans has bad
Oh, you're
stats
talking
in
about
the
skin.
first
You're
place,
talking about skin.
but
Okay,
Super
okay.
Prince is, what do you even call this man?
Beatrix is so
Super.
underrated.
He is the
He puts a
Monster.
super.
Bitch.
in
Oh, I
Super
get it. I
Fam.
get it. I get it.
Ah.
Bro,
the
that
Prince is
Chao
just for
skin is so
formality.
fire.
Super is all him.
Yep.
oh my
That
dude.
Chao,
I don't even know what to say at this
who
point.
was it? I
I'm-
forgot the
I'm
team name, but that
so-
Chao skin is so fire.
Starstruck.
Squidabbled.
With a Q.
Late game damage is crazy.
Capital S.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you guys.
I mean,
at
she
all.
kinda fell
Usually
out,
we
though.
have
I
something
barely
to
see
say
her.
about everything, but ONIC BH
Echo,
really
yes,
dominated
Echo, yeah.
this match so hard. So let's see ONIC BH on the blue side.
It looks
Give
like
it
they
up
are
for
respecting the
ONIC Esports
jawhead,
on
guys.
the
They
red
are
side.
respecting the jawhead. They
We
did ban
revert
the
to the
jawhead.
old pattern.
Oh.
First pick Gatot, like we're back to square one, and looking at ONIC Esports, I'm reading their body language. Just this can't be happening, man. This is ridiculous.
It almost seems like they're just like they accept it. They're like, dude, this what we're facing.
They went through the 7 stages.
He was,
of
bro. I
grief
missed it.
in
I
3
missed it.
games.
Or
Oh,
they've
man.
already been going through their grief and it's like, guys, I can't believe they're live broadcasting our scrims.
Are they allowing this?
Oh.
Is this even fair?
Looks like Bauman. That's fucked
Alright,
up,
got the
bro. What
first
the
pick as
fuck?
expected here, ONIC Esports. Let's see what the next 2 picks are going to be. Oh man,
Bro,
lights out
what?
of Sans here.
Is he getting
What
EV?
time is it?
Did you see him just blink?
Oh, man.
But how do you guys know
Moscow
all
Studio
this
gets
stuff,
picked
bro? I
up by
swear,
ONIC
I didn't know you
ID,
guys are
ONIC
that deep
Philippines
into
with a
ML.
counter Gotcha.
I had no idea.
Joy.
Not even wasting 2 seconds. You see how quick that was?
This is the exact same pattern.
I had
as
no
well.
idea.
All right. For the first time in this series, ONIC Esports get the TIG. This
Okay.
is if Sans has the Eve, Keyboy
I'm
has
that
the
deep in
TIG.
the pro scene. Yeah,
Still
I
at
did not
100%.
know. I did not know
As
you
far
had,
as
you're like that.
games are concerned, yes, because he never got to pick TIG in this series, right?
Ooh,
Yep,
Moscow
yep. This
first
could
pick.
be
Yeah,
the
let
game
the
changer.
Moscow go. But the comms
People,
now.
oh, people's memes are getting a lot
Okay,
better. I'm not gonna say that loud.
it looks like
on
ONIC.
podcasting,
ONIC
but
ID is
it's,
go
if
for
you
the
saw it,
comfort pick. They'll go for the
it's
TIG.
cultural thing, it's
Suyu
cultural
and the
thing.
Moscow.
Coming
That's
into
their
the second
comfort
phase, though,
picks.
however, are we expecting the exact same picks
And then on the other
here,
self, we have
or
Joy and
is it
Cruncher
really,
again.
Is there something that
It looks
they
like they
could
are
look
trying to end this
change
game.
up? I mean, Selena maybe? I don't know.
Oh, nope.
They
not gonna
banned the
happen.
Selena,
oh,
bro.
ONIC
That is
Esports closing
so
the gap here.
interesting.
Both lineups still lacking a mid
They've been
laner.
losing with Moscow the whole
Veronica Esports,
time.
They really gotta, man. They gotta respect the mid lane. I think at this
Where's
point,
KAIRI girlfriend? Probably
put another
crying, bro.
right. Get another mid lane ban there. Get all the mid lane bans
I
out
need
of
to
there.
see- hey,
Force
yo,
Prince to
David,
play
relax,
Hayabusa
goddamn.
in the mid lane.
Make him play
Bro, they
Matilda
cooked.
again.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Honestly,
my
bro.
man, that would be pretty
They
nasty.
are
I mean.
definitely cooked, bro. They're
Respect.
gone.
All right, so whoa, 1, 2, 3,
We
4,
can
5,
sleep
6,
now.
7 mid lane bans here.
Of the 10 possible.
Bro, I'm tired,
And ONIC
guys.
Esports
Hopefully
goes
it's
for a
over.
steal.
Hopefully this is the last game.
How familiar Lutpi is Lutpi with Edith?
Not really, man. Like, not
Let's go
really
to
that
bed.
familiar.
What
I
do you
don't
mean
see
by
him
that,
a lot.
bro?
It really feels like this
What
is
do
a
you mean
midnight
by
pick
let's
more
go
than
to
it is
bed,
like a-
buddy? You go to bed.
Oh, the Leo. Oh
I mean,
my.
to be fair, he did pretty well.
Bro, what do you
given
mean
the
by let's go to
ideal
bed,
that,
bro?
like,
What?
games that did
Look
get
at
his
this.
hands on.
Look at this. Look at this. Oh my God.
Ridiculous. Super Prince.
Low.
Alright, bro.
Showing
KAIRI's
us
gonna
it's
get
not
hard in
just
a
about
minute.
the
They're
flex,
definitely
man.
winning.
Farsa, yeah.
This is me.
Farsa.
At this point, I can't even like. Usually, even
Matilda
in a 3-0, I can
again.
be like, all right,
Matilda
I see
once
the draft
again,
for ONIC
guys.
Esports. I like it. I want.
good.
It's good.
Wait.
but it's been
Matilda
good
mid.
for the last 2 games too.
Matilda
It's
mid,
been
bro. They're
a way for
trolling.
ONIC
They
ID
are
to respond.
trying
Maybe
out
game one
different
wasn't. I
drafts.
agree with you. The Fanny let go was kind of like a GG, but. Dude, after seeing 2 more games of just
This is what I
okay
mean, bro. They
drafts
haven't
and
told
then
that the last 3
execution
games, the
being
last 3 games after the
miles,
Fanny game, bro.
of
After the
mountain away.
Fanny
After
game,
what
they're
they
just
did with that
trolling,
Novaria
picking
Matilda
random
lineup,
stuff.
Yeah.
Anything is possible now.
Just want to curl up now.
Kirk has his signature Lucas. He can do anything. He can hunker down for 10 minutes.
Where's the
take a
Badong?
beating,
I
and
honestly,
allow
bro,
Keller to
Badong. I don't know what.
punch back.
Believe it.
I don't know
Let's
why
see
they
how
don't
it's
like
going
Badong.
to
Badong
go.
is OP.
Some might say Date Bio.
Badong's
Others are gonna
actually
be like,
broken.
please turn this around. ONIC PH match point against ONIC Esports.
Badong is broken.
Leo, Merkel, please go ahead with live public execution.
So far, if you're a Filipino Sonic, everything
There was
is
the long
gooey.
jungle against
If
the
you're
Chinese team.
Indonesian Sonic, you would be going.
Ain't
"Nani
no
kure?"
way, bro. They love
Look
to
at
troll.
you.
But just the same, it's time.
You could tell
to
these guys
get this
love to troll.
over and done with.
Oh.
Because if ONIC Esports don't turn around, that's it. Game over. Match point.
They're mad
ONIC
disrespectful. I'm not gonna
Philippines
lie. That's kind of
Might
disrespectful.
take home the crown.
Let's go to bed, bro.
Right.
Raiden, get your
It's
girl,
now
bro.
or
Where's
never.
your
It's
Where's your girl at,
championship
bro?
point. It's literally
Where's your
a
girl?
game away from ONIC Philippines getting the dub against
No
Sans
skin
going
for the
in.
no
Additional
skin for both
damage,
sides.
early brawls, skirmishes, and Keyboy is able to get a bit more damage down, but Prince still has
No
the
skin for
regen.
Ghetto
He's
and Matilda.
ahead. in HP over Sans.
didn't
Now the
repass.
clear
That's
again.
crazy,
Prince
bro.
continuing the pressure.
Mirka don't like talking in absolutes. So even if ONIC PH has
Be ready for
wiped
5v5
before
first
with
tomorrow.
ONIC Esports in Johor Bahru, anything can happen, right? ONIC Esports still, you cannot deny that they have the heart of a champion.
Okay,
That's
KAIRI did retro here.
Now King Kong goes for the steal. Keyboy very low.
Electrifying beats from King Kong, but it's just to escape. He doesn't want to go and do anything too aggressive. And
Is
see, this
everyone
why
doing no
for me,
skin? I think
I
so.
saw ONIC Philippines when they got
They
too
are, what the
aggressive in
fuck?
the MPLPH
They are.
the grand finals when they didn't. close it
Why,
out when they
bro?
should
That's so
have
boring.
In match 4, 3-1. They could have
Even
closed it out in
Joy.
match 5 for a 4-1, but again, mistakes. Here you can definitely see the composure.
Look
that
at
they have
them, bro.
learned through that mistake, through that experience of almost giving
skin,
away the
guys.
championship.
That was a pre-M6 ONIC Philippines. This is a very different super family you're witnessing in action, and now it collapses.
Earth Shatter 2, even with that, it's turned around. Keyboy's the one running back, despite the
Bruh, what
insane
happened?
engage. Prince gets chunked by Sans. But look at the Lord, or sorry, the Turtle.
That's right,
King
they did
Kong
the faker, they
is on it.
broke
KAIRI's
out
on the way. The
through.
Beast Form goes at it. KAIRI on the purple. Turtle take
Blue
it.
buff
No one
taken.
could expect the sudden turn
Ooh,
from
KAIRI
ONIC
left him dead
as
here.
they
KAIRI is
collapse
dead here.
into KAIRI's jungle. The Sky
Wow.
King has fallen.
Keto
And
took
King
the
Kong
blue.
goes for the full
Keto
stacks
took the blue.
instantly towards enemy jungle. Doesn't even want to go for Sans. Steals it away. AOG! Brusco
Ooh,
finding
almost got
Sans,
picked off.
forcing the flicker out. The feathered airstrike too, just to say, get out of my turret, sir.
Bombs coming in from left,
Bro, it's
right, and
GG's,
center,
yeah, that's what it's
uppercut
looking
from
like.
underneath. No one knows where these punches are coming from ONIC Philippines. And just when you thought it was over, King Kong would be
Oh.
going in for a bump. Lutfi
No.
very low, forced to use the Primal Wrath just to survive.
But now he's forced back. No Primal Wrath means there is no way he can survive another dive. Kirk shoving the wave, wanting to punish every single time. Folks, Turtle won one
Retchie.
kill. Doesn't usually equal to 1,500 gold lead, but it is for
So
ONIC
me and
Philippines.
Kai
Now
go to
building
bed
to almost a
together, bro.
2K gold lead as Kilra shoves up top.
Holy,
and it is
King
just
Kong
a
is
win
up 2
across
levels
the
already.
board for ONIC Philippines.
Not just gold is what we're looking at, even EXP. Once again, the same situation.
Guys, I agree with
between King
Raiden.
Kong
I
and KAIRI.
agree
This
with
has
Raiden,
become
but
the
just
status
surrender.
quo.
Just
2
surrender. It's
levels,
over.
3 levels down is the Sky King from the Beast. You could hear all the Filipino Sonics saying, sheesh.
Are they even
as we
allowed
wait
to?
for the
Are
next
they even allowed to
turtle spawn
surrender?
lower quarter.
Why they go
Lutfi
opening his
just
hero?
got
Wait,
his
what hero?
Primal Wrath back, so that technical knockout.
Who's hero?
wouldn't
Who's
count
hero?
for
Are you talking
much.
about King
Looks like
Kong?
ONIC PH are planning for a collapse on the Severo. In comes Prince.
The blink is not
Oh, Joy?
what can
Yeah.
save him. Not even the blink. King Kong obliterates him. Kelra gets the last
Pretty
shot
sure that's
in,
one of his signature
and it's now
heroes.
2-0. AOG signs
Ooh.
no flicker to taunt. Prince walking him down under the turret. KAIRI looking for the stun. Super Prince able to escape with the Purify. Gets shot, gets quelled, but still it's not enough.
This gives Kelra so much space, allowing him to take his sweet time, taking down his tier 1 up top.
Damn, tier
Severo
1 is
can
already
only
done.
watch as
Bro, they're
his
trolling.
tier
What is
1
he doing, bro?
falls.
They're trolling.
This uptime from ONIC PH is almost unprecedented. I have never seen this many things happening across the map in the pre-5-minute mark. Push up
Bro, the
top,
team gap is
Turtle taken
insane.
down bottom, a possible
The team
invade
gap is
happening
insane,
in mid,
bro.
and there's nothing ONIC Esports can do to respond.
Up top, Implosion purified by Kelra. That was what they could do. Maybe look for Kelra up top, but even then, there's a safety net that is the Purify for Kelra.
King Kong gets himself the Starlium Scythe already ready to go. He's up by about 1,000 and
Oh, the
change
PH pulls
from
are
KAIRI,
huge.
who's
Yeah, it is.
struggling
They are.
to
I'm
get
pretty sure they know how to use
anything
everything.
on the map, because you see this little camp right here. Even Kirk is punching it down.
That's
Even
insane,
Kirk
bro.
is
This is
bothering
insane.
KAIRI. So best believe the Suyo ain't gonna have no farm come the next turtle.
2-0 Brusco.
Joey's up
thunder.
1,000 from the Suyu.
You can hear the crowd loving it here, and definitely for the Sonics back at home. Depending on, you know, which ONIC you support, you might be happy, you might just be super stressed. Or maybe you've accepted it.
I think they've accepted it come game 2. If you are rooting for ONIC Esports, they have to pull something from out of nowhere, because they're staring down
Bro,
the
they're
barrel
up 5,000 in 5
5,000
minutes.
gold lead at 5.5 minutes.
Just feel like Mythic
Could
Ace
be
start going
holding
against
the
Immortal with
ground
7
here.
above. Yeah,
Blue
they
Strike Prince
do.
just dealing enough damage. Look, he's gonna
They're
be
fun to
buzzing
make this a
Primal
KAIRI
Wrath
retire
again.
chill.
Oh man, the Earth Shatter just
This is so
sidestepped away by
sad. This is
Super
so
Prince.
sad.
Keyboy getting an angle, but not really a flank that they can
Actually
utilize.
so sad.
You can see the screening of ONIC Philippines too. Brusco constantly walking in every single
Blue
bush,
side is up 5,000.
just in case Keyboy does a Keyboy.
It's not even
Top lane.
KAIRI.
Left relatively quiet for the past minute. This does give Severo a little bit of breathing room. Kirk once again denying away this small camp from KAIRI. So
It's
every
everyone,
bit
bro.
counts.
It's
Even
KAIRI
will
included.
take
KAIRI
the
is
top
included.
half of the map
It's everyone.
as a go signal because it's
I think this is a
safest part of the
huge
map
team gap.
away from
That's
the rest
all.
of ONIC Esports as Kelra barrels away at this tier 2 down bottom. ONIC Esports, where else do they find refuge? Even
Bro,
the
they
purple was
already
denied.
took the
King Kong
second
came
turn.
back.
What
Take
is
it.
going on, bro?
It's Kelra who's the one
They
who's
took
on
the
turtle.
second
That's how
turn in
dominant this
6
game has
minutes,
been.
bro. What is going on? Oh my
Turtle
god.
gets reset, gives ONIC Esports a bit more time to look for trades on the board, but what trade is up for them? Suyo up top.
What is
A
going
tier
on,
2
bro?
perhaps. King Kong. Full turtle take. 3 turtles this game. KAIRI still up top, but Kelra is coming in. He's gonna check the bush. Finds
Ooh,
KAIRI
he
up
checked it.
top.
He found KAIRI. He
A
found
1v1
KAIRI.
ensues, but Prince will not make it a 1v1. It is a 2v1, and it is KAIRI that will fall to Kelra. Meanwhile, on the other side, Purple taking again. Keyboy.
ONIC Esports looking for a clapback. No
Bro, they're
one
everywhere.
home.
They're literally
Brusco
everywhere.
taking it, but they trade for 3. ONIC Esports folding in the early game pressure put out by the M6 World Champions. That one attempt by KAIRI will haunt them for the rest of the series, for the rest of the next few
God
months.
damn,
as
but they're
ONIC
up 6,000 in
PH
6,
barrel
7, 8
through,
minutes.
Trading an inch for a mile.
There are levels
going
to this
on,
game,
bruh?
and ONIC Philippines are currently
Wait, didn't
showing that.
TLID beat
Is
them?
how exactly? Oh, King Kong! In the bottom lane, dodges away from the shop, and another!
Ooh.
He escapes against the likes of the Sky Kings!
Bro, that's insane. The
Stacks on
outplay.
the joy allows
The
for
outplay
King
from King
Kong
Kong,
to
they
go
did.
in with
This is what I mean. I
impunity.
feel like
Oh my God.
Unpunished.
I feel like
He
TLID
takes
shouldn't have lost. They made
everything
some
away
dumbass
from
mistakes.
The Sky Kings, and he stays in this
They
bush
messed up
as
so
if
badly, bro. They
nothing
messed up so
happened.
badly. I
Stares
feel like
you
it
in
would have
the
been
face
better
and says,
matchup.
Let's do that again.
Leo, he dodged everything. The Earth Shatter. The shove
They
in,
messed
and
up with
killed
some
KAIRI in the
dumb-ass
process.
Fucking plays.
Nothing.
Oh, Kelra.
I'll be honest, bro.
Looking
ONIC
for
can
last
ONIC
snipe off the
on
sides.
KAIRI team, they
Another
cannot
one up
drive.
top, Severo. The marksman is the
They don't really
one
know how to
forced
drive that
to
well.
body block these shots.
Holy
And you
shield
could tell
popped
they
up
they don't
top.
really have big
The only one
over here.
standing down bottom and mid. Just a matter of time. Tier 2 taken.
Is the
Suns
coach? Yeah.
with
Yo,
a
what's up, Raiden?
feathered
Let's
airstrike
go.
deterrent to slow down ONIC PH's march. They're approaching the 9K gold lead.
We blaming the
1,000
coach.
gold
We
per
blaming the
minute.
coach. This feels like a fucking script. It does,
do you
bro.
do?
That does.
What do you do?
It's the assistant coach
Questions
for the longest before
rising
he
the
was
Sky
left.
Kings ranks here. What do we do?
The sky is
We're
red.
blaming the coach
and
shot. We're
ONIC
blaming the
PH
coach now.
is just taking their time with their prey. They
W's,
send
bro.
King Kong
W's,
to the
W's.
turtle, and the rest of ONIC PH to just freeze these waves, deny everything from ONIC Esports. Sure, you're looking at a Hunter Strike built on KAIRI, but he's not ready to take any fights. Keyboy, last-ditch effort, going all the way to the back.
He tries, he
He's the one in
goes
charge
for
of
the
that.
implosion, but it is him that gets imploded by
Bro,
ONIC
what happened? Why
Philippines.
was Tick there?
Alone
Bro,
attempt,
why
the
is the
desperate
Tick
one attack.
there?
King Kong diving
They
in
gave
again.
up, bro.
Spear of Misery, electrifying
They gave
beast.
up.
Severo still able to escape just barely through the palms of ONIC Philippines.
Look
They
at
gave up,
KAIRI.
bro. They gave up.
Deep behind enemy lines, taking what he can. Alms, crumbs, little bits of gold and XP just to be ready for the
Alright, is this
defense
over?
of a
This might
lifetime.
be
This could
over.
be an end angle.
Further airstrike now, also with the revitalize from Brusco, just to get them back to full HP.
Inhibitor
Kelra
gone.
shooting the shots down. Lutpi up top, knocked out with the circling eagle. Now another Kelra is unstoppable.
The base next up on the docket as
Oh
Keyboy
my
bites
god.
No mini waves, still another shot.
Oh my
Kelra gets another. It's a
Bro,
triple
Kelra, what
kill.
is this?
He wants to make up for the savage that he lost earlier. Jumps back in.
Bro,
to
what is
search
good?
for
This is, bro, this is a
Kai.
classic
Gets
match,
in,
bro.
gets out. Still alive. Two
This
members
is
of ONIC
literally
Esports.
classic
The
match.
The Sky Kings tear
What
to
happened, bro?
challenge
This is
the
like a
thunderous
classic
reign
match,
that
bro.
is
What
the
is
empire
going
of
on? No
ONIC
way, bro.
Philippines. What is a king to a god?
This is
The
literally a
Super Family
classic
ascend
match.
beyond the heights
It's just
that
sad. This
ONIC
was sad. This
Esports
was really
prior set,
disappointing.
altitudes beyond any of us could comprehend. Your new Snapdragon Pro Series champions, ONIC
This was really
Philippines.
disappointing.
Congratulations, ONIC Philippines, a 4-0 victory, a sweeping,
God damn.
unchallenged saga painted in blood all the way from the challenge season.
Let's
History
hell nah,
repeats
bro. I'm
itself
fucking dying, bro. I'm dying. This
in
shit,
a
bro.
funny way, a plot twist none
Ah,
of
bro.
us
I'm gonna end
expected.
it here, guys.
The
I'm gonna end it
Season
here,
3
alright? I
champions
mean, there's the
facing off
match.
against what we thought were
ONIC
their
swept
little
ONIC.
brothers
It's not a surprise.
now
There is no surprise
fall
here.
in an 0-4 sweep. These are your champions, the world champions.
Good night,
continuing
guys. Good night. Good night.
their
I'll probably
reign
on Discord saying
from
some stuff.
Malaysia to Malaysia.
Hands out
Fuck,
for
KAIRI,
as
all
they
I know
make
is
their
King
final
Kong.
walk on the carpet. We're gonna be
Nah, the
throwing it
switch up is
real soon
insane,
to our
bro. The switch up is insane.
correspondents
Good
and
luck, God.
host,
Thank you. Peace,
Rose
peace.
as
Good night.
well as LaFell up on the stage.